It is so very rare in the course of human events that a duo so powerful and influential comes around and changes the course of history itself. Lennon and McCarthy, R2-D2 and C-3PO, Mario and Luigi, Bert and Ernie, Peanut Butter and Jelly, and now, in the obscure and extremely specific paintball demographic talk show space, two descendants of Winston Churchill himself take you on a weekly adventure every Tuesday at 4 p.m. live on YouTube. Celebrating their 100th episode, which definitely started before the Play the Game podcast, your #1 rated live paintball show on YouTube, Kyle Spicka and Ryan Greenspan welcome you to the Spick Span Show.
And what do we say?
Episode 111.
111. I know it's not episode 100.
Standing ovation.
That's standing ovation. Thank you.
Maddie, that was incredible writing.
Yeah, I can't really stand up and applaud myself.
How did you even write such
Well, you know,
tell me the
Ryan,
inspiration of what came through.
Ryan.
It's all factual, first of all.
Yeah, allegedly.
It's easy to allegedly.
Well, Ryan, he said, "Hey, I have this idea. I want to do a little intro. I would like you to do a voiceover for it." So he wrote up a little thing, and then I changed a few things here or there, and then recorded it, and here we are.
Here we are.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Who did the video for it? We should
So
probably give them a shout out.
David Rome had created a video on top of that, the episode 100th, and then I was like, let me add a little pizzazz to it also. His was Hollywood style, so I had to dumb it down actually, because it is the Spick and Span show, so I can't have it that nice, right? Yeah, I can't have it that good, so I had to dumb it down a little bit. So I took the logos of our faces and I just plopped them over the top of. That was edited all.
That was excellent work.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. Graphic design is my forte, so I have that coming to me if this paintball thing does not work out. But hey, what up, everybody? Episode 111. We're just talking about it. 111 on 11/1. There's lots of things going on and moving behind us in the portal that's behind Oliver right here that he transported here in. We're gonna get a little info on exactly what that is and what it means to people. Maddie Marshall, obviously, Kyle Spicka. We're having a good time here and really excited to be here and to talk to everybody. So thank you all for joining us on everybody's favorite day of the week, Tuesday, 4 p.m. Now, Kyle, we can move the arm of it, I think, a little bit to the left.
Not hosting.
And then, just move the arm a little bit to the left. Actually, here, you sit, just a little bit more.
Especially like
tiny bit more.
Not hosting.
Right there. Boom.
Very
Good.
high production.
You think that's good?
Oh, that's perfect. That's the move. Look at that.
So are
then
people looking?
cuts
Are
off.
people on here?
Yeah, people are on here. We got 300 people here in the house. We've got the live deal here. If you move that a little bit, maybe we're old, so we can't. So we can see.
You guys can see the other comments.
Maddie, what do you have in the can?
I'm drinking a delicious AleSmith 394 in Requiem to the Padres that went down, unfortunately, in the postseason. So
Pods.
One of my favorite beers.
Okay.
That's Skinny Kevin's new nickname because he's no longer skinny.
Oh, he's Padre.
He's now the Friar.
He's the Friar. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's got his little Friar belly.
I don't know why he wasn't Friar Tuck for Halloween.
That Jack in the Box costume was pretty good, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But he has recycled that.
Well, that's not legitimate.
Well, I know. But let me ask you this: if I recycled the sexy saxman,
One and done. No, you won. You broke Halloween, and you never had to do it again. And that's how I like to do things.
I know it. Sorry for the squeaks.
Come back.
There we go.
Yeah, let's come back.
So everybody who's tuned in right now on Instagram, welcome. But you got to jump over to YouTube right now to get all the juice, because that's what we're gonna be talking a little juice. Maddie, we've got the first day draw also for the NXL. I need you to make your picks on who you feel is gonna win.
And Oliver, right?
And Oliver, yeah. I can't wait to get Oliver's pick on who's gonna win between the Lucky 15s and
There are a bunch of
Tsunami.
teams that he might not even know yet.
Or LVL and the Lucky 15s.
Okay, I'm gonna be very accurate.
I know it. Just so you know, and Alex was gonna have to. This is unfortunately Alex lost the last time, so he's gonna go streaking. yeah, he's gonna be streaking during the All-Star game.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
What did he lose?
Well, we did picks for who was gonna do well in day one of Philly, actually, and He picked poorly. He chose poorly. So here's the picks for today. We've got a lot. It's very difficult to decipher. You are going to need some sort of. You're going to be able to figure out how to break this code here. But I think Mr. Turing over here will be able to do what he did last time. Yes, it is in Sanskrit. Yeah. All right, everybody on Instagram. See you later. So anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in. We've got a big packed show here. What do you guys want to talk about first? I mean, the layout is something that's.
I'd like to know, like, where do I look? Because I got there's that one, there's that, there's.
I know.
So just shut down Instagram.
You can look if you want to look at yourself.
This is live.
Yeah, that's live.
So this
is only the video only on you.
This is what they're. Well, I zoomed in so you could see.
He's like one of the producers. Like he's the moderator.
Like read the comments.
Can you make sure people are adding?
Yeah, or if we're getting spam, I'm reporting it.
Do you get trolls?
Yeah.
Whenever they're sending the links for the free porn and stuff like that, he's clicking on those, making sure they're legit or not.
Yeah.
No, so the camera's right there. Oh, yeah, and we are live. I know that one. Sometimes you forget.
I wish everybody could see the magnificent sea of beauty. That's
I wish everybody could see.
Check my Instagram. Is a little behind the scenes.
Yeah. Exactly what a garage should look like. Very expensive shelving unit.
If you can guess 10 things in here, we'll give you the whole garage.
It's easy. That's easy. Jersey, paintball,
tank, loader,
golf cart,
t-shirt.
So we're going to talk a little about paintball, how it feels to play paintball.
We're going to do the giveaway.
We've got let's talk about that.
Yeah, so had my remake Excessive Bear jersey that actually dropped recently. If you bought one from me, you should have it already, or it should be in the mail. If you don't have it, please hit me up. They're here, and everyone that was in the pre-order is going to be, we're going to be spinning the wheel here, and if you were on that pre-order, then you get a chance to win this famous book that's going to be signed by these gentlemen here, and Tom Martinez already signed it. I'm going to sign it as well too. And then I still have a few of these also available, so hit me up on Instagram if you would like to purchase one of those. But yeah, so this is going to be given away here today. Hopefully. Did you get that?
Dude,
list?
Maddie.
Tight. All right.
I got the list. Right. The wheel is queued up.
Is queued up.
Yeah. You're actually, because Marcelo asked the same thing, like, hey, what's that wheel thing that you use? Like, it's not much. I just went on to Google and I was just like,
I'm sure I could
random
Google it, but I figured
picker.
I'd ask the master over here, because you guys do these every time I've come on. It's been like a fun little element of the show. They give away a ton of stuff.
And we've got one sound.
Can we hit it?
And you just got hit. You can turn the volume. You have to turn the volume up over there.
A ton of stuff.
Watch this. Watch it.
One sound.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
We gotta get a little speaker over here so we can hear it in the actual studio.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can hear. Yeah, but there would be like the delay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a real air horn up there if you want to rip that thing and blow everybody's eardrums out.
Maybe at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. That's hard now.
After his third IPA.
Yeah. So let's just talk about this. Let's get. How is it to play paintball again?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Talk about the elephant in the room.
He wants to know.
The goat in the room, dude. We got the goat in the room.
Yeah. What we really want to know is what's happening with Go Sports.
I felt great.
And this was aside from when you played with that eye patch against your buddy in Bali.
Well, that was more,
that was you just kind of warming up the trigger finger.
Well, we had those fake guns, so
But you were shooting something.
Yeah, we had a rental, but I would just shoot in the background, so get the effect that we were playing. But no, it felt amazing. I mean, it has been a long time, and I was curious to see how I would do and how I would play and how it would pan out. It was kind of like make or break right away. In a sense, right? It was either like do good or rip your hamstring in half,
Well, I think the first two you played 2 1-on-1s.
Yeah,
Yosh,
I was gonna say you gotta start this out with the true narrative of the very first entree back and what happened, because it just as a side, I was there this weekend, the 3 days too, and I got to watch a little bit, but I kind of heard all this chaos was going on over there. So what happened right out the gate?
Well, it was funny because I just kind of fell back into like old patterns of like, oh, okay, before you play games, you play 1-on-1, right? You know, like you just get ready and the people start playing 1-on-1, and it kind of, pushes you to get your paint in faster and get organized and get on the field. And I look out and there's like Alex, of course, is playing 1-on-1, so I'm like, oh, I'll go play him. But he had already played, and so I think it was Yosh or someone that played them first, and
then Dalton.
I think maybe he planned it out that I beat him to give me some false sense of pride or something like that.
Dude, nice hook.
Yeah.
Oliver or Yosh is
Yeah.
so
Yosh is
smart.
so clever.
Dude, he's playing.
Yeah, Oliver's like, I
yeah,
still got it.
4D
Yeah.
chess, dude.
And then I think Dalton just lost miserably because I'm just head over heels better than him, obviously.
Everybody is.
And,
Everybody is.
and then it got serious when Harrison came out. Harris came out.
Did he challenge you, or
Oh,
how'd
he
that work?
challenged
Like, how
me.
did that work?
He challenged me.
Yeah.
He
it was
challenged
like
me.
best of
It wouldn't-
five.
Yeah.
I beat him first, and then he's like, no, again. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm just playing, like,
Yeah.
He's like making it a tournament. I'm like, oh, okay, again. And then I think he won one, and then I went back and forth, and then I ended up winning more.
Yeah,
than,
no, it was 2.
You
I think
beat-
it was
you beat
2 to
him.
2, and then you won the last one.
Yeah, you won.
But
the
he
rubber
never
match.
moved out of the back center, and you started calling him out. You gonna get out of the back center? They were hilarious this weekend.
Yeah, and
by
then
the
even
way.
when in the game,
There was that
it
one game
one-on-one.
became a 1-on-1.
You guys are just yelling at
You guys
each
are
other.
talking shit to each other.
I really liked him, actually. I like his attitude. I like the way he does that. He really brings. I like that. I like players who can like kind of activate you, and he's definitely one of those guys. So.
Yeah, there was something like you guys were like giving each other crap, and then you said something that was completely off. I think you were like, "I'm going to get a 30-hand massage after this," and then most people would have been like, "Oh, I don't know what that means," and just anything. He's like, "I'm gonna need that phone number also."
Yeah. He's quick witted.
Yeah,
I like
he's
that.
good.
I
He's
like
good.
that.
Yeah, he's very quick.
Yeah,
with
props to Harris. I love the. I'm kind of bummed overall that the refs don't allow them to like keep peacocking.
Mm-hmm.
I know it could lead to something like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I
Dude,
hate
we
that.
need more showmanship. You know what I mean?
100%.
Especially if you're not good. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
let's make
Exactly. Yeah. Let's.
And I'm not saying they're not good, but it just brings another aspect of the game that's kind of exciting to watch.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things too when everyone is always, everyone loves paintball and they're like, oh, hashtag grow paintball and grow the game this and grow the game that. I'm like, how you grow the game? Make that shit entertaining, and they're entertaining when
You
they're
need
allowed to go off
adversity.
the rails. They're
Adversity's
entertaining.
entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a fine art to just talk smack.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It is. I suck at talking.
Yeah, but you're really good, so don't worry about talking smack.
I'll go out there and be like, yeah, you guys, shut up.
You guys' shoes are untied.
Yeah, I can't do it. I've got nothing. I literally have nothing. I just don't even know what to say. Like when you're in the middle of a point, and it's like even when it was practice, and it came down to a 1-on-1, you dove into the snake and you immediately started talking shit to him. It was like that's not even on my radar. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh god,
You're like, come
don't
on.
blow this one. I'm
Come
trying to
on,
get
fat
player of the
boy.
day so I can choose where we eat lunch. Like you're just like, come on, fat boy. You're gonna leave the back center. I'm like, dude, how do
Well, because there was a moment where we were playing, and and this happened to me a few times this weekend where, well, obviously I'm a little rusty, but the way my mind's working, it's like you need the combination of the mind and the body to like really orchestrate something great, right? So there's moments where my mind was like, okay, this is what you should do, and then there's times where my body was like, you're not gonna do that right now, and then but there's also moments in the game where I was like, well, that guy should have done that, like I was playing myself, and I realized that the game is different and people play different, and obviously I play different than people, so it was interesting. There's a few times where I actually lost in battles because I thought that they would have been smarter or better or did something different, and then they're staying in the bunker and didn't go in, and I'm like, nah, you should have moved, like,
yeah.
that was the correct thing to do,
Yeah,
but you didn't. And
Yeah.
now you just shot me, and
Yeah.
now I look stupid.
yeah.
So you win.
That's good too, because that's a lot of paintball. Especially what makes great players is you're predicting your opponent's tendency or what they're going to
That's
do.
right,
So
yeah. But that's one of the things that it's actually probably one of my biggest worries, in a sense, is like not knowing who people are and what they do and what their tendencies are. Because now I'm giving them a lot of credit, and some of them deserve that, and some of them might not deserve that or shouldn't deserve that. And I'm like, well, I'm playing you like you should be playing a pro player.
Yeah.
And if you're playing, not as with those tendencies, it's kind of confusing.
For sure.
Because there was a few times where I was like, okay, you put me in, now you're supposed to move, but you didn't move, and you didn't take the thing that was given to you, because as an excellent player would have.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, So I have to watch a lot of games this weekend, I feel like, and I have to study a lot of people, and I have to be like, hey Ryan, who's that guy? How does
Don't ask me, dude. I can barely name
Still?
our roster.
Okay, still.
Like,
got
still,
you.
it's
I
the
got
same
you,
thing.
bro.
Maddie's the guy, dude.
Yeah,
You need stats and info on anybody. Ask Maddie.
Okay.
Then Alex Marcelo's
Marcelo's
really good, really
too.
good at that stuff.
Maybe
I mean,
I'll room with Marcelo, hopefully, so that I can get the details.
I could probably
Who
name.
are you gonna room with? That's
Nah.
that's interesting.
You're doing
the
a
guy
house
that
or
gets
a
out of the
hotel?
mix.
No, we're doing hotels, and actually, you like this? So
Radisson?
no,
Gaylord.
not
We're
that
staying at the
either.
Gaylord.
No.
No,
Damn,
geez,
baller.
yeah, rich.
You guys pick up that new
saying
Xbox.
it's
Hey, we got
sponsorship or
12. We got 11 guys on the roster. 12 with Skinny Kevin. Actually, we probably have 15 guys on the roster if Damien names the roster. But we're staying. But the way we do it is we do the random bunker draw. So the same way we choose winners on the Spick and Span show, on the Play the Game
We
podcast,
spin the wheel for-
we spin the wheel.
For roommates.
Yeah,
Roommates.
yeah.
Excellent.
There is a little thing though that two people always end up staying together because there's something like this dynamic.
They have to.
They have to.
Who's that?
And we can't say on live on air, but I'll tell you the behind the scenes. It's
Maybe.
like there is one rigged situation.
Couple rigged situations,
Yeah.
Understand.
Well, I was thinking about that actually. Like beyond the playing aspect of it, obviously it was very fun to be with everybody, and to reignite those friendships and kindle those relationships. And it was like, I had a moment with Kyle this weekend. I had a moment with Blake. I had a moment with Dalton. I had all these moments with these people who are like really meaningful in my life that I really appreciate, that I haven't had in a long time, and I think that that's actually one part of another aspect of the team that I bring is like, I don't know how your guys' relationship are. Maybe it's okay. You guys got a television show together, but everybody's is a
It's
little
like
bit
a cable network.
everybody's is a little bit different. So
Yeah.
it's like I feel like I have this I have depth with each player on the team. Like good camaraderie, and we've done interesting things together at different times. And so it's like, I don't know. There's a little bit of an interesting glue with it with everybody.
I was thinking that too when practice started, when the weekend started too. As I was thinking back, I was like, man, Oliver always bring the best out of me. I played so good when Oliver was on the team, and then I had like excellent weekend. And I wasn't even, that I just only thought about that in the beginning for like it came just a split.
You did have a good
second.
weekend.
You did have a good weekend. Well, and I mean that's one of the things that everybody's always said, right? It's not just your playing ability, but your ability to like get everybody at a higher level.
Well, if
and
I
that's
can
one of
make
those
you
things
guys like even just this much better, then we're definitely gonna win this tournament.
That's you talked about that in the
Like,
interview.
just this much better.
Well, there's people bring so many different things to it, right? So there's obviously your ability to go out and shoot people on the field, but a lead, you can't overstate or add more hyperbole to how important it is to have emotional leaders to something that's incredibly emotional, and to have that it's rare to find people who are at calm in a scene of chaos.
Yeah.
And when you have those people, they're invaluable. You're one of those people, and that's honestly, most people can't really get to the elite of the elite if you don't have that quality in some way, shape, or form. So even if I thought you played pretty well this weekend. Everyone seemed to play. I mean, obviously one-on-ones came out pretty hot, but it's going to take a while to get back to where you feel like you're ready. But you had some really good looks, enough that everyone's like, hey, we want you there. Hey, let's go to the next practice. Let's do this World Cup thing, because you, as you called it, like it was like a science experiment showing up. You're like, Maddie, I'm so happy that you're here to witness this science
Yeah,
experiment.
either I'm gonna break, and people are gonna be like, yeah, okay, good job, thanks for coming out. See you next time you come. Or it's
Great
like,
to see
hey,
Oliver. Man, you were really good back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
well, here, actually, that's a good question. So, what was the game plan coming in, like out here for this set? Like, you have some projects that you're working on. Obviously, it's the World Cup. Like,
This is serious, by the way. Everyone asks us, like, this is all some planned shit. Like, Oliver's, like, orchestrating, and, why is Ryan asking Oliver that? Like, he really knows. No, it's all organic.
my notes.
Ryan's
I'm
not
literally
even asked this.
I'm writing. I haven't even asked this
That's
yet.
the beauty of it, is that it's not scripted. Like I had to come out because I'm working on something after World Cup, and then something happened. We hired Miko, and Miko really kind of pushed for us to have a booth at World Cup, and me and Alex were like, we're not ready, and then Miko's like, no, this is my MO, like I can do this, and then my friend my friend Kevin came to Bali, and he was pretty much showed up like.
Is that Nick Sloviak's twin
It's
brother?
Nick Sloviak's twin brother, more handsome, shorter, and he was like, hey, actually, I kind of came out here to work for you, and I was like, what, so he kind of blew me away. So we hired him, connected him to Miko. We ended up making a booth. something happened where like I produced a lot of product in the last couple months without even thinking about it, and so we actually have a lot of stuff to sell for the booth. And then my friend was living
for
in
the first 15 minutes that it's open at least.
Yeah.
You sell all of it.
No, they do it in spurts.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way.
Or-
So then one of my super good brothers that like I've hiked mountains with and we've done so many amazing things with, he moved out of Bali and he never called me anymore. Calls me 8 months later and he's like, "Hey man, I need you to come fly and support me on my vision quest." And I was like, "Oh well, that's a bit tall order, bro." And then he's like, "It's 10 days." And I'm like, "I don't know about that,
That's a
you
big
know."
ask, bro.
Yeah, not to mention he hasn't called me in 8 months, you know.
Yeah.
So just out of the blue. And then I looked and it was in Marin, was where Hormesis was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I'll go to that and then I'll see what happens and maybe I'll go to practice, you know. And then now we're here. Now I'm gonna play World Cup. So it's not scripted. It's all kind of being orchestrated divinely
It's all
as
all
we
happening.
see 1-1-1.
It's all
You know?
happening.
And now we're here and we're talking about it and it feels good. It feels right. It feels perfect. I'm feeling like a lot of support from, you know, this whole paintball world. It's amazing.
Well, it
It's
was
beautiful.
kind of interesting too when you and I were talking about this a little bit, but I think it's fascinating that you kind of got to give it to the people that have been supporting Hormesis
For sure.
in a way, because they summon the genie out of the bottle, or they summon, you know, Oliver back from Bali, a sense, by
Totally.
kind of giving so much love and support into that community
100%.
by loving the game so much, because you know, we were also talking about this, but Hormesis and paintball, those are kind of synonyms in a way, because like the
Yeah.
scientific concept of that and then what paintball does to your mind and body, it's pretty fascinating, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, Dynasty is, you know, riding the... I mean, he's super inspiring to me because he's playing some of the best paintball that he's ever played.
He actually
And-
said that when you weren't around too.
and-
So
and-
he's not just
But no,
just
but that's
patting you on the back right now
inspiring,
'cause he's
you
on
know?
your show.
Like, it's like, if
Swear to
Ryan
God.
if Ryan wasn't good now, I'd be like, maybe I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
But when Ryan's crushing it, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, if Ryan's
He
doing
can do
it, I can do it, you know?
I can do
So
what
it's
Ryan can
inspiring, you know. And honestly, what you guys have already is you have an excellent dish, you know, like you have the most fantastic plate of ingredients that is, you know, possible. And I'm gonna come in and just be a little garnish, you know, and just like just spice it up a little bit, you know, just a little bit of salt on it, you know.
I think it's great. I can't wait to watch. Can we get you like a some sort of pass from the president to like play on the All-Star team
Say it,
or
Croy.
what? Can we do that?
Oh well, I haven't even
Because
thought
the
about the
All-Star
All-Star
game.
team.
We might be missing a handful of guys.
Yeah.
We were missing. If we would have had to do it the last one, we were missing like 3 or 4 guys off our roster.
On your
Just-
team,
I'm just
Injuries.
saying.
No, both
Yeah, there were
teams, I
injuries. Some guys didn't show up due to visa issues. I know Mishka wasn't there last time.
And Mishka
you
will
know,
not be. He will
and
not
he's
be there. I don't
He
think
could
it got.
possibly be a fill-in.
Maybe, yeah, it might
you
be able to be a
know?
fill-in.
I don't know.
That would be kind of shitty though if you were, say, one of the newer guys, like it was on the bubble, you know, and then Oliver comes
Right,
in and
yeah,
knocks
right,
you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
But
No,
hey,
it'd have to. I'm sure.
It would be in addition. You would
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But
it'd be
he's
in
also going to be there because he's going to be doling out the prize for the MVP. So he'll be there already.
That's true.
But you know
You
that's
guys are
that's also
sponsoring
a
the
really
prize.
good way
I
of
could rig this thing.
rigging
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
just
yeah.
give it to
I was gonna say, really
give
good
it to
way.
Alex.
Now you're thinking about it. You're like, okay, hold on.
maybe I can
Hey
get
guys,
this.
look at this. Here's a $5,000 check for the winner, who is me. I'm gonna put it in this bucket right here.
Yeah, I like-
Congratulations,
I like your idea.
everybody.
Did you
Oh
tell
but no, I'm not. I feel like we shouldn't tell anybody. If we're
know.
gonna do it,
They're pretty funny.
it's pretty funny.
I don't
And
know.
it's-
You guys already brought it up.
I had
Well,
a
talk about
great idea on how to distribute, because you know, everything needs to be Instagrammable these days. And to be completely honest, as much as I do appreciate when I got that $500 Bunker Kings check or money, I just don't want to, like, you know, it's like I got a novelty check this big. It says $500 on it. It's missing like 15 zeros. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's,
Well, Happy
so-
Gilmore, like
so-
Happy Gilmore would throw that one away.
Right. That would be in the back of his car and be like, all right, well. So I had a great. I still have a great idea. I don't know if we should tell everybody, because I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, because it's going to take multiple trips to.
The bank.
It's going to take a while to get. Yeah.
I think you should tell because it's funny.
So my idea is buy a wheelbarrow, go to the bank, get a $501 bill, $5,001 bills.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Fill the wheelbarrow up and wheel it up to the person,
And then dump it on them.
and just say,
Hopefully
"Here's
it's-
your money."
Hopefully it's very windy and muddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean,
Listen,
What
no
about-
one's gonna take more pictures of something and be more viral than that. If you give him $5,000 check, you're like, oh, sick, yeah.
But then it's so sick though. But I mean, imagine if we did that too. Imagine if it was $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever, and then they come over in a wheelbarrow, and then now you have to.
Oh, poor me! I just got $10,000.
No, I understand, but now you're like picking up. It's muddy and windy, and
yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Yeah. What about one of those?
Like, it's money that you weren't expecting to get. It's not like it was a promised prize that the league now screwed you. It's like, you guys are giving them a prize. Like, hey, here you go.
Well, what if it was in quarters?
What I wanted to do is I'd
be pissed.
Yeah. What I want, like, the reason why we did this is because I've played in these All-Star games before, and to be honest, like, cool, it's All-Star. Nobody really takes it that serious because, you're trying to win the tournament. You try not to, like, get injured or teach other people like how to play the field really well or make them better in the process. Like, I remember one time we had one of those All-Star games, and like I remember we like gave all the team our codes, and I was like, wait, we just like divulged all the good stuff that took us a long time to collect, and now we just gave it to the Naughty Dogs. What are we doing? We're just making them better. Anyways, which is probably good in the long run, but I was thinking, man, I want people to play really good in this because I watched the whole thing that you guys did was awesome. Like, I watched it. I loved it. Who you picked, why you picked it. And I'm like, I want people to like really take this thing seriously. So you put $5,000 on it. For $5,000 for the team doesn't do anything. But $5,000 for one guy, I mean, Fedorov's going to be dancing.
Fedorov will be dancing.
Fedorov's going to be dancing.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
I think it's great, and God bless you.
Yeah, and like, you guys have obviously crushed it with marketing just in general, just by making something. And that was a big thing, is like, it's a headband, and it means something. But like, the experience of opening it, and like, everything that you guys, like, what you guys put into it, everything is a fantastic way of displaying and making it, everything what we're doing, much cooler. It's not just opening a plastic bag and shaking this.
It's kind of like a modern. It's kind of like a baseball card in a way, like a trading card, and like something you keep, like, and you like have it, and it's worth something, and you trade it to people, and it's more meaningful to you. Maybe nobody buys it for an absurd amount of money, but it means a lot to you, and it's valued to you, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
Are you if say you did play World Cup?
He's playing World Cup.
Is he? Well, I don't know. He hasn't. We haven't picked him up yet.
Yeah, they have.
It's weekend too. He was out there having a good time, and then he's like, "Yeah, this is fun."
Yosh did ask. He was like, "Hey, I don't know if anyone asked you, but remember, do you want to play?
Yeah, but
would you play?" But then your response was, "You guys have to have a talk."
Yeah.
And you guys should have a talk about it because I also don't want this to be like move over, I'm here, kind of thing. It's more like if you guys all agree, then let's do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm confident to say, yeah, I'll do it if you guys want me. Like, if the job is there, I'm hired. Like, I'll take it.
Well, you got another tryout coming out.
I got another tryout this weekend.
You just bought cleats.
I bought cleats. Yeah. I bought socks.
And socks and cleats and shorts.
I'm pretty organized.
Got cleats.
Yeah, he was
I have a full gear bag over there, bro.
Playing with no socks, no underwear. And no cleats.
Cleats that were a little bit off. No knee pads. Nobody makes good knee pads these days. Like, my knees are.
Oh, I've had some too.
Up.
We've got. That's one of the 10 items that might be in this garage somewhere.
I pulled out some knee pads.
I just saw like the reds. I saw these reds elbow pads on here. I was like, oh, I want those.
Does Nick just keep throwing you guys money trying to pick Oliver up on the Iron
Man?
Or what?
Should we just kind of make it? I can go make this thing slightly like we can just. Should we add you to the roster just in case?
Just right now, live on the show.
Look at this. Watch this. So
I mean, you need to have that conversation because I don't want you to ruin my stats. I could play Division 5.
Well, you're actually D1. You're actually D1.
Oh,
and
D1.
if we,
what's a good D1 team I could play for? Just in case you
now officially ranked semi-pro.
Just in case you don't pick me up, I'm gonna have to make a call out to the D1 teams.
To the D1s? Are there any? Well, I don't know if I want to.
How do you do this? Blast Camp?
No, I'd never play
Blast Camp.
These are all the people that have played on
Notorious, the Killers.
Notorious B.I.G.
Jaden Darling.
Paintball Fit. They would all love to have you right now.
Oliver Lang. So look, this is a really fun. I've never done this before. But how funny is their website? So you're ranked D1.
What's 2,400?
That's how many. That's the measly amount of points that you have.
That's all the points you have left.
Yeah.
Your points start decaying. It's honestly a good thing because then
this is a active roster, which I believe is a paintball player. Then there's a clipboard, which I mean you made your coach, and then there's a photographer. Do you want which one of these three would you like to be this next in 2 weeks?
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
So we just like
We just put 3 options on
like
there.
that, yeah, and then I think that puts you right
Is he
there.
officially added
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh,
Do
you
you
have to
want?
pay.
You have to buy an idea.
No,
Oh.
and guess what? This
Paint
one,
a wheel.
yeah, that's on our budget. This won't ruin your status. Like I get all the way down here, submit changes. There we go.
Oliver's
back on?
officially on the Dynasty roster for World Cup right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Live
official.
on the Spick and Span Show.
That was easy.
There it is.
It's,
Deal's
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
The
Just
deal
go ahead
is
and
done.
if you
Welcome
can
to
just
the
go.
team.
If
Thanks
you
for
just
witnessing it.
I was
Yeah.
the witness.
would you go ahead and sign?
You're gonna,
right-
you're
just
gonna
sign,
need,
just sign
you're
right
gonna need to
here.
call everybody.
Go ahead and sign right
gonna
there.
have to call
There we
everyone
go.
and let
That's
it be known
Mm-hmm.
that it's all happening.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
Nice.
That's a
And
very
dots.
thorough Oliver
Yeah.
Lynch.
I didn't know you had any
signature.
dottable
You added
letters.
a lot to your signature
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
dude.
That's good.
There it is.
And if you get
Oh, careful.
all right.
You broke the pen.
yeah, so this is actually going up for auction. This is a new
No, we're going to
signature.
be giving it away, dude. We're going
What?
to spin the wheel later on and give it away.
But my
We're going to give away
question,
Ryan's chicken scratch notes.
my question was, I should keep all the notes, and then that'll be a prize at the end.
Yeah.
What number are you? Would you still be number 2? Would you be number 17?
Wow,
would
that's
you be?
a great question.
I know.
dude.
I know.
I haven't
Yeah, what
thought
number
about
would
it.
you be going with right now? Are you
I,
still
love
17?
when
a
things
choice.
come to you and you're like, wow, I didn't even think
A
about
bunch
that.
of people were
sort of
saying
thing.
17, right?
Well, that's his.
I don't know. Let's get a
it was
vote. Maybe
originally a
we
number.
need new. Maybe do we? What's the vote? Is it new number? Do I go to 17? Do I go back to 2? Or do we just? Maybe it's 111.
Well, what's your favorite
Let's write that down.
in,
No, I'll-
in,
I-
the, in,
I'll
the,
have
in
to-
the world now? What's
I'll-
your favorite combination of
I'll
numbers?
have to.
69.
I'll have to.
Hey, he did go as
You
Lasoya
were on
for.
Lasoya.
It was Lasoya.
And he played good.
I'll have to speak to my spirit guides to get the number.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it'll take a
Gonna take a minute.
A
couple.
lot of
maybe.
111, 45, 47, lots of
111
40s.
would be pretty cool.
I want Blake to change his number from 44 to 45.
Why?
Well, you
Yeah,
know
why?
You don't know why?
No, I don't know why. Why?
Because 44 is the call when we hit 4-on-4, kill one, ball one.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing you want to do is be named 44, especially if you ever die first.
Okay.
So we're 45. You should be 45.
So you're like
Or like
44 Blake.
44
and then that
Blake.
means that,
That
we
means
killed
it's
one
like-
and we lost
we
one
lost
and Blake's the
Blake.
one that died. So you're the
Yeah.
first one that.
Yeah,
first one that
yeah.
died.
44 has always been his number, but 45 would just kind of like you're like one more better. Like you want $44 or you want $45?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want 44 psi or you want 45
And then
psi?
like 45 caliber with guns. That's all you can Colt 45.
There we
back
go.
in the
Colt
day.
40. Yeah,
It's-
there it is. You want a
It's
44
like if your
caliber
name is
gun?
Colt, your name or your number has to be 45,
Yeah.
or you're kind of blowing it. With
But
your
it's just
marketing
it's like setting the intention.
yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Setting the intention. Like if I'm gonna shoot a guy off the break, I'm gonna call 45. Everybody's gonna be calling my number. No one calls 18 on the field. No.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
the
def-
code.
definitely
Why
111.
did you initially go? Why is 18 your number?
I want to say
Because I was 17, and he
was
wanted
already,
to be 18.
yeah.
He wanted to be one better.
I want to be one better.
One
just
better.
like we
That
were
makes
just
a lot
talking
of
about,
sense.
right?
Yeah,
Would you rather have
that tracks.
$17 or
When
18
you're
bucks?
17, you
tracks.
can't buy cigarettes. When you're 18, you can. When you're 17, you can't buy a lottery ticket.
Just really
18,
excited
you
to
can.
vote. Lottery tickets.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Makes all
$1
sense.
billion.
Oh, I forgot to check mine.
Yeah,
$1
From
billion?
Saturday.
yeah, $1 billion is the
Yeah.
prize.
the
Oh, wait, so
Powerball.
I didn't win then.
Well, I don't know. You might have.
Well,
It hasn't been claimed.
Here's the
It
problem.
It doesn't like alert you.
I
The ticket
know.
doesn't vibrate unless it's in the
I
wind.
meant to do that.
so there's a lottery right now. It's at like $1 billion.
Oh, I should go buy
Powerball.
one. We should go buy one.
I got
Yeah.
some.
They drew the like yesterday.
What would be the first thing you'd buy if you had $1 billion?
$1 billion?
Yeah, if you just won that bill, right?
The
Would
very-
you get a new studio?
Yeah, let's spruce up the studio.
Would you
First
A
thing,
new
Would you just
studio?
keep this
I
one?
would
to
if it
stay
was. It
humble?
depends. If it happened on a Wednesday, I would wait to buy. I would wait until the following Monday to buy stuff for the studio. For sure.
Yeah. I think you should cash everybody out that's watching you.
Yeah,
watching
everybody
you.
gets. Yeah, you get a
would be
house.
tight.
Like,
Yeah, we'd be
get
get.
spin
Oh,
the
it would be
wheel.
like
Everyone
Oprah.
gets
Yeah,
a house.
we'd spin the wheel. What do you want? You
Oprah.
get a house.
You'd be the new Oprah, dude.
I know, Oprah rich.
So I was doing
Oprah
I was
rich.
looking at the math the other day on that. So if it's the other day when I got it, it was like 800 million. So if you take the lump sum, they take 35%,
40%.
or something,
A third.
and then you have to pay this other tax, so you get like 400.
Income tax.
Oh
Yeah.
God, just 400 million?
Well, I know it's still a
Oh,
lot, but I'm just saying
I
it's
think you get
wild.
less than that.
Yeah, it might be less, like 300.
Oh, only 300.
I mean,
million?
obviously,
Fuck,
it just
bummer, dude.
it's a lot to
Yeah, what would
David
you
Reed,
want?
you'd get a house. You guys.
53%,
Yeah, 53. That's I believe that's in California.
370 after taxes.
Damn.
This guy wants Alex back. He's like, where's Alex?
Oh yeah, let's. My phone's been on silent. Actually.
Or you could do the installments for the rest of your life. What if the lottery goes out of business? Then you don't get your money.
Well, if the lottery goes out of business, then we have much bigger problems to deal with as a society. If the fucking lottery goes out of business, that means society no longer. I hope you have guns and ammo and food and shit. If that's the case.
The lottery goes out of
the
business.
lottery goes out of business.
Yeah, we're gonna get Alex on here in a
Either that or
second,
the fundamental
so he can talk.
too.
What'd you think about the gear? You haven't played paintball in 7 years. I know the goggles are pretty much exactly the same, but jerseys are a little different. Let's just talk about the gun. Actually, I don't care about anything else.
How dope was that Phil
was-
1 Force, bro?
That was actually one of the most interesting things. Actually, was like piecing together gear and also not having to have to use anything because I'm technically not on the team. So I'm actually I was trying a lot of things. I was trying like different loaders, different pads, different things. I even brought some like Hormesis attire to wear. And but to be honest, man, the gun shot really good. I honestly didn't break a ball all weekend. And that barrel, that Legends barrel, like was clean like the whole time. It was really amazing to not break a ball all weekend long. And I even said that to you.
You did.
I was like, dang, this thing's actually really good.
And your gun was on 25 BPS, I think.
Yeah, and I think I was shooting 356.
At
Okay.
least.
Yeah.
All makes sense.
At least.
No, I was shooting low actually, and I didn't know how to turn it up, so I didn't get to turn it up all weekend. So I was only shooting.
You just went.
I just was like, I guess I'll just shoot low.
Don't ask anybody on the team how to turn it up.
Yeah, because you
don't wanna
wanna
show
wanna
that
seem.
you-
Yeah, I don't want
yeah.
to seem too feeble.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, somebody.
Oliver, is your gun
change
shooting
my
good?
batteries?
Yeah, man, it's fine. Duh.
How do you open this loader?
Yeah.
But you got to ask those questions because next weekend I got to turn up my gun a little bit.
Get out.
But it's fun to piece things together. I was at the F1 and I got to put things together. I was like, ooh, what headband am I gonna wear? What I was like, my biggest issue was the hard and soft ear protection. I failed a couple times on the soft ear protections. They didn't work. One day I even had to wear
Or
no ear protection.
protection.
For my nostalgia, it was definitely hitting hard, and I thought it was super cool to see you back in like a murdered out Sandana, like all black with no ear protection on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's 2000 all over again, and all these I'm playing in front of me, because you looked right out like it was exactly the same.
I think a big part of what this whole paintball thing is going into is nostalgia, right? Like, I feel like
Part
it's
of it.
nostalgic for me, like, I'm the same way. I saw that and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm definitely in 2000 again.
Bro, I've filmed a decent amount of stuff on my phone. I'll post some more videos up actually about some from the practice here, maybe when I get home. But I got so many people just hitting me up. I mean, multiple people that didn't even know each other, it seemed like. Because I actually looked, because I'm like, this is the same comment. But I got like 3 separate people saying relatively the same thing. I'm like, maybe they know each other. I kind of like went down the rabbit hole a little bit and looked. I'm like, it doesn't look like it. So it was just a knee-jerk reaction from them. But they literally said, they were like, man, about you coming back or just playing this weekend. Like, some of the, again, I didn't even post that much stuff. And a couple guys, the gist was, this warms my heart. Which is kind of cool, right?
Totally. That
like
was
a
the
grown-ass man with kids is saying that another dude playing paintball warms his heart. I mean, it's fucking rad.
I felt it, man.
That's how powerful this game is.
There was a few people that were out there from the Dynasty Champs Club, and and I'd seen them from the the Hormesis group and everything, and I was like, man, I feel like I know you, like I feel like we're friends.
Really cool.
And a few people said some really nice things where I was like, and I'm pretty quick-witted and I can talk. I was like crippled at the knees, going, I'm gonna cry right now. I gotta go.
It's cool, man.
I mean, it was definitely really cool to see everybody come out. Also, just to there were guys watching. There was guys that came out just to, just you haven't played paintball. You haven't really been stateside only like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't played paintball competitively definitely without you guys for over 7 years. So that was kind of powerful to have that experience. And it's good to know that you just are always good at this point, So you're just always going to be good,
Ryan is really good.
No, but like
Really
even
good.
if he goes away, he's gonna come back and
That
good,
was
because
actually
the
a
thing.
breath of fresh air to me.
Yeah.
Actually, because I'll come back from like a month or 2 off during the off season. I won't play like December, and then like it'll come like January. People are like, oh, let's play some. Yeah, I'll wait until February, and then I'm come back. I'm like, dude, I still any good at this? Like, I know I'm gonna be all right. Like, I think I got a little bit of a cushion there.
You're gonna be good. But yeah, the F1 gun was super good, man. I loved it. And there was something else, another product.
The pants.
You're like, I need. Can you say this again?
Yeah, everything, dude. You're like, this thing's
actually, yeah,
sick.
the F1 Hormesis pants were definitely the best pants I've ever worn in my life, to be honest. And we're gonna make more of those for sure. They're super light and comfy and strong, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I did wear some of the attire that I've been making for, like, you know, kind of style / you know, maybe if you want to play in it. And one of them got absolutely shredded one day of playing in it, and I was like, oh, well. So it's funny because you're like,
more the pants though, right?
Oh, the pants got
definitely
shredded,
want one of those tops.
No,
for sure,
the tops will live, but the pants on the Devil's Carpet is definitely not. Gonna work.
I mean that's a pretty easy sell though. The disclaimer on that one is like the gear that you make. Like Eric Hunter plays on a team that I coach out of LA.
Yeah.
And he was wearing one of these things. He was wearing just the top, playing out there, and was fine. But like, this stuff is made for like Thanksgiving dinner, you know, going out to a nice steakhouse, Christmas time, and big games.
Yeah.
Yes,
right. You know, like
games,
you're not like this is not tournament attire. Even though shout out to Wayne Black. Who looked like a SoundCloud rapper in Chicago, rocking, walking around here. He was like with like one of the orange jumpsuits, dude.
100%.
And like it's I'm not, you know, the most fashionable person, right? Kyle.
I don't know. You look pretty good dressed as Marcelo out there this weekend.
Well, that's because I was dressed as Marcelo.
Dude, he literally dressed up. So for Halloween, he went as LaSoya.
Can I put that picture
yeah,
up?
And I didn't even see. This is how
I
good.
have
So
other
not only was
pictures, too.
Oliver LaSoya, but he was in character too, because I didn't see Oliver. I'm saying what's up to everyone. I'm dropping Marcelo. I bought one of my jerseys, so I brought him. You know, the box and the whole deal, and all of a sudden I get pushed from behind, and I hear this "Happy Halloween, you fucking pussy!" and I turn around, and it's Oliver with the he had LaSoya's voice. It was great. Chris, we love you, respectfully. But then I look over at Marcelo. Marcelo's like, "Who am I?" And he has a hat backwards, you know, with the bill flipped up. I'm like, "Oh, you're me. That's cute. Thank you so much. That's great." And then he's like, "Oh, look at Ryan. Ryan's wearing ripped white jeans."
And he stayed in character all day.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
You played in ripped white jeans the entire day.
I was saying too that I kept looking at Ryan playing, and I'm like, God, who is this guy?
Dude.
Like, I knew who it was, but as I looked, I'm like, this guy's gonna get shot. And then so when he's just dominating out there, it just looked so funny because it looks like that guy's not gonna be good. It'd be like you went to the, you know, you're growing up, you go to the park, and it's just like pickup ball, and then you see somebody in like really weird stuff, and you're like, holy crap, this guy's good. We need to pick him up.
Totally.
And you go up to him like, how long have you been playing? He's like, I don't know, a month.
I don't know how you didn't thrash those jeans. They're already holed up. And,
Dude, I'm
somehow-
smooth, baby.
Those jeans did really
Smooth.
hold. It was
No.
impressive.
Actually, this is the best. I say, Ryan, how'd you manage to not like rip those jeans? He goes, dude, I didn't even go down to my knees all weekend.
I was playing like Marcelo.
Like, you know, like I remember when Tom Brady had one of those really good years. Someone's like, he made it to the finals or whatever that is in the NFL, and he was like crystal clean, and people were like, man, he's not. They didn't even touch him, you know. Like he looked cleaner like when he left the game than when he entered the game. That's like you know.
Well, the best part about
Didn't
your
even go
costume
down.
is you're holding a pony, which, mind you, him getting that pony out of Sloane's grasps that morning was not easy to do.
We had to
As one of
smuggle
hers-
the
yeah,
pony
we had
out.
to smuggle the pony out of the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in on your face so everybody.
I
Like,
think I have some other.
anybody
Yeah, I was gonna
who's
say.
familiar with
Yeah.
LaSoya, he's got the classic chin strap right there. Obviously, I tried to get his tongue pierced that morning, but we couldn't get any appointments.
Yeah, we couldn't get.
Couldn't get an appointment to get his tongue pierced.
And I needed your earrings from 1990.
Yeah, my 1990s. Yeah,
But,
he even has the
you lost
JT
those, yeah.
JT Gearsack on, the Draxus pants.
Yeah.
How did you even come up with all the gear?
Dude, we were late to the field that morning because we were organizing our
Getting the costumes.
Yeah, we were late.
It was
We were
worth
late,
it.
but
It was worth
it.
every point.
It
Yeah.
was worth being late.
Yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. And I just I love how you're always in spirit and you're in costume. You know, it was like this year, not many people dressed up. So
Yeah, I was a little bummed.
I'm glad that we could bring it and hopefully excite them again to do that.
Listen, I'm never not gonna dress up. Never not gonna dress up.
Yeah.
That's that's
As long as I'm on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some good ones of you.
Oliver or Ryan definitely, after living with them for all those years, always did Halloween right, for sure.
For sure.
Yep, there's a bunch of guys that got. I still have all their other stuff, all their old gear. Oh, and then thanks to Vic, also Vic Gamboa. I was like, Victor, on Thursday night, like he was flying in the next morning. I go, listen, I need you to go back over to your office, to your storage unit. I need you to find me a Marcelo Margot jersey and a Marcelo Margot headband. I need it for. Don't say a word. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, so that's how you got those?
Yeah, so he brought it to me. He brought it to me the Friday morning. So he had to like leave his house. It was like late. It was like 7:00 at night. Left his house, went and picked it all up, and then from his stash, his private stash, and then brought
Vic,
it over.
I mean, there's a lot of awesome jersey heads out there that have badass jerseys. Vic his collection might be, I don't know if it's the best, but it's pretty insane from what I hear.
Oh, I've seen it. I've been there.
Yeah,
It's insane.
He spot.
This is cool.
He
So
just
how
bought
much
one
does
of-
this
yeah.
cost to get onto the show?
It varies, but yeah, we've got some great support here on the show. We got
Matrix Gear somehow hooked me up this weekend too, so shout out to Matrix Gear. Who was out
And-
there. Wayne got me some knee pads. I needed some knee pads because I was in dire need for knee pads.
Paul.
So Matrix Gear.
Yeah, and then Gen X also right here, Gen X Global.
Who's Gen X?
They provide us the pods.
The best
Yeah,
pods.
the
right
best,
here.
yeah, the
Right
pods.
here.
The
It's
pods
right
I
here.
use, yeah.
It's right here.
It's right here. It's like right on my elbow. I rest my elbow on this little logo right here the whole time. Yeah, so they give us pods, and
X.
they give us a
Gen X
bunch
rocks.
of.
And we got Matty Marshall jerseys here.
Yep. That's actually not superimposed.
Oh, that's
that's
not
a real
This is
deal.
a real
feel.
jersey.
That's
Yeah.
a real jersey.
Yep.
This one's for sale. Hit me up.
And then we also have Island Designs, who makes all our shirts. Makes some Tiger Wear shirts.
you
Just
put
about
them
to
here?
pump out a bunch of
Yeah, you want-
little
you wanna wear
cut
Island-
t-shirts.
Yeah, I want to
Well,
wear Island Design.
yeah,
put
it's
it
just
here.
the color
Put it here.
doesn't work.
Put it
You
here.
want a
Put it
tattoo?
here.
Here,
Yeah,
look.
tattoo me.
Let's give you a face
Because we
tattoo.
have to shout out to them too, right? Because they're
Yeah, there
going
we
to
go.
make something for us.
So hold on, don't move.
Alright,
Don't
I'm
move.
just gonna stay still.
Just come over a little bit towards me. A little bit. No, this way.
This
There,
is
wait, don't move.
backwards.
A little bit. Look right there. So that's what you would look like with an Island Designs tattoo. on your
Wait, on my
forehead.
neck is
Oh,
better.
let's get it on your
Yeah,
neck.
dude,
Yeah.
do it like right on the chest neck, like a big
Yeah.
old neck piece.
There we go. So I can't change the angle of it, but yeah,
Dude,
dude.
that's sick.
That's
you look so hard.
sick. Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Island Designs. Let me
You
know
look
if
hard.
you want that. Just all you got to do is just get me a nice artist.
Speaking of Vic, I haven't talked to him about the trunk situation.
Oh yeah, you
on
broke
the van.
the trunk on his van.
Ooh.
You know the bars that hold it up.
Oh, you told me when it happened, bro. We're live right now, dude. I didn't know. I
Yeah.
thought this was like.
No, I told him. I told him.
right.
Dude, we're live. They can hear us.
Kyle comes over. He's like,
Hey,
"Ooh,
T-Hump.
yeah, so this
Shout
is
out
really
T-Hump.
bad,
Yeah, T-Hump.
Oh, here we go, Tyler.
Oh
yeah.
my god, I saw him. He was a skunk also.
He was.
for
I meant
Halloween.
to. I saw that too.
Oh!
I meant to send that to you.
Dude, we were
he had
skunk
smoke that came out of his tail.
One up. Damn,
Yeah.
Sloan would have loved that.
Yeah.
Damn. Rarely do I get overdone on Halloween. That's the skunk. I had a fart machine. That's about it. Didn't smell very farty, but Sloan was stoked. Sloan was super stoked on that one.
So what's anybody saying? Anything interesting over there?
Um,
I was frozen like Austin Powers. That's funny.
But people have been saying lots of
yeah, lots of stuff.
fun and kind and nice and cool
Disrespectful
things. this
things
entire
about
time.
you.
A few things here and there. but mostly
Kind,
it's
disrespectful
awesome.
things about you.
Yeah.
Gary Smith's here. Gary, we went to Moondoggies the other day, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
I went to Moondoggies, but
Yeah, you guys are like, let's go out to
Different
Moondoggies on Halloween. Didn't work
yeah,
out.
we went to PB Bar Crawl the other day
For real?
A little bit.
after
Nice.
we played.
For real?
Yeah, like the good old days. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he's in
jealous.
character.
Yeah,
He's in winning form character right
that.
now.
I'm
That's
ready to
great.
win.
Yeah.
This is
Straight home. Our routine back in 2005
Forever.
great.
to
Just the 2000s,
2015.
the beginning, yes.
Yeah, for about a decade would be you go just like the San Diego Chargers, except we had a better record. You play on Sunday,
Yeah.
you'd go home, you get cleaned up, you get a couple of beers, and then you go out to Moondoggies for $2 you call it.
Gary gets you in,
Gary would get us in.
and then we'd rip it.
And we'd rip it, and then we'd eat California burritos.
Yeah.
And I was on daddy duty, and right around 2:15, 2:30 in the morning, I heard one of the two of you guys go, "Man, I'm so hungry. Are you hungry?" And the other one replies, "Yeah, man." And I think you said California burritos. And then you
Did you
guys
go crush a California burrito?
He ordered us California burrito.
Yeah,
But I
you guys
specifically said,
DoorDashed it, right?
Specifically
Yeah.
said I want a bean and cheese burrito with guacamole, and he goes okay, and then he gets a bunch of carne asada, and I'm like, I don't want that. I said I wanted a bean and cheese. He's like, you definitely didn't say you want that. I'm not gonna argue with you right now.
There was about 7 pounds of uneaten flesh in the fridge.
You don't eat carne asada anymore?
No, but I mean no.
You just don't eat meat anymore?
No,
at all?
No, he
I
eats meat.
eat
It's
some
just-
meat now, but
You're not gonna eat the shitty carne
not
asada we get
Phil
from the hole in the wall.
Burritos
Yeah.
carne asada. But I did eat a little bit of it. Yeah,
It wasn't too bad
it wasn't good.
at that time.
Definitely,
In that
definitely
state,
California
it was
burritos were definitely better back in the day. Also,
Yeah.
Too bad
shrinkflation.
Oscars wasn't open late. That would have been.
Oscars needs to be open.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Oscars is the best. Every time that we do these shows and I leave here, almost like every time I go to
Time
the
to go to
Oscars,
Oscars.
it's so good.
Yeah, Nick Slobiak, every time he flies in, he goes to Oscars. I've been trying to tell these yahoos on NYX who are still here. They've been here for 2 days now. Well, Harris was supposed to come surfing on Monday morning because I was giving Sloan, my 3-year-old, surf lessons. And so I was like, dude, come out. It's going to be easy. Just, I got a board for you. Try it. And because he was obviously talking shit like he always does.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, yeah, let's go surfing. And then he's like, well, I can't swim. I go, it's ankle deep. My 3-year-old comes. Like, you're going to be fine out there. And he's like, well, I don't know.
It's an 8-foot foam board, bro. You're gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. So I was at the beach surfing for 3 hours yesterday. He never showed up, even though he said I'm on my way. Never showed up. But I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, so I kept saying, dude, you guys got to go to Oscars, and they're like, no, we're downtown. It's awesome. I'm like, dude, downtown is like it's like a zombie apocalypse down there. Like, don't stay downtown. Come to where the beach is. Like the beach is where it's like nicer here. They refuse to do that, so I don't know how to.
Yeah, but if you're from New York, and not like they're from NY, like the city, but they're from that area, then you could see
Their
downtown
expectations
San
are
Diego.
relatively low.
Well, I'm just saying that, downtown San Diego on Halloween would be. It is really fun, dude. To go to downtown San Diego on Halloween.
10
it's
years
like
ago.
complete chaos. I'm just saying.
just
Like, or
kidding.
you could like look at it from a glass box view.
Totally,
Anyway,
totally.
but yes, if you're in San Diego, go down to the beach or go to Hillcrest and go to Oscars. It's some of the best Mexican food you will ever eat. Get the taco especial. Shit is glorious.
He said to Harris, he said, "Oh no, if you want to get really good cocktails, go to Hillcrest."
I go, yeah. So I was like this and that. He said, no, we're going downtown. I go,
Yeah,
actually, you know where
cocktails.
some great sports bars are? Or it's Hillcrest. That's like they have sick drink deals and
That's
like.
a
you
joke
guys will
you'll have to ask us about later.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to. You guys will have to.
Do some research.
In Misadventures with Kyle, no, actually, Oliver used to have a sandwich shop. Oliver used to have it.
Still around. Still
James
good.
Raymond.
Oscars, yeah, for sure, definitely does, dude. James Raymond nailed it, bro. Absolutely. What's my favorite brewery in San Diego? Oh, dude, that's like asking what your favorite movie is. I mean, it's almost impossible.
What are you drinking next?
What's your top 5?
I'm out of beers. Do you have any more beers, Kyle? What's up? dude?
I can look in this fridge.
I don't think we
mini
I don't
fridge?
think we do though.
Yeah, I
This,
think
this
we
entire house has no beer.
No,
That is a fucking
I don't
disappointment.
drink.
That's a disappointment.
we have
Right
we
now.
had some wine maybe.
We've got wine. You want some nice wine?
Is it red?
Is there a
Yeah.
Do we have a?
Drink
Is there,
red wine.
is there a
I'll go
server
get it.
that can get us?
Yeah, I'll go get it in a second.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, wait,
I gotta
you have a
unlock-
drop, right? You have to unlock.
Yeah, and
Unlock.
I'm gonna unlock it right now. The website, this new Mount Oak headband that you might have been seeing. So for everyone here, I'm gonna unlock it a little bit early. We only made 40 of those, so another little exclusive drop, making a lot less of the quantities. So I'm pretty stoked on that one.
Yep.
No, that really
Really
So where do they go to get that?
Tigerwear.co, which I'll throw in there.
Tigerwear.co.
Tigerwear.co.
Limited run of these. What else do you guys have on the
What'd you
website
call
there?
it?
It's
Oak
really
what?
tight stitch count on it too.
Yeah, we are pretty. I guess anal would be the word when having them make them. So that's why a lot of it's taking so long because it's a lot of trial and error
I just
to
don't
get
think-
it perfect.
I just don't think people can appreciate how clean that is, though. It's very clean. Nice job.
Thank
Nice
you,
work
thank
on
you.
that.
Appreciate it.
As someone that used to work in a warehouse, going like, "That's good."
Well,
this
no,
one's
but
not,
they
this one's
are
good, this
very
one's not,
they're
that
not
one's-
happy with me when I'm
Yeah, because you're
going
like,
back.
hey,
I'm like, this is not correct. This is not correct. So it's like when we go to get them done again. Usually it takes them like 2 to 3 months to finally get like one down. They're like usually it's always an issue. So
And how many of those did you guys make?
just 40 of these.
So act quick, people.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the password off. Get you some wine.
Yeah. So while you get that, I'm gonna get Alex on, and then we'll do the picks as well.
Let's do the picks. We do got to talk about
whatever you want.
Champions
The field.
Cup.
Yeah,
World
let's rip it.
Cup,
We got to talk about the layout.
The layout. Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it all right now.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about the
let's do
layout.
it, yeah,
Start hitting it. Let's talk about the layout.
Yeah, okay. Oliver, what do you think of the layout?
What do you think about the layout?
Can we give me that box of New Balance shoes right behind you?
There's 2 of them. Which one would you like?
Just any one of them.
Oliver, can you move
Gotta get a
forward
little
just
stand here for the big man.
There you go.
There we go. Favorite shoes. Might not be. Yeah, so let's start jamming the layout. Alex is not
I don't
answering.
know anything, man.
Okay, well, let me just lay a couple parameters.
Out.
So the snake runs the entire length of the field. D side is a forest of bunkers, and then there's a fucking giant wall in the center of the field, which we haven't seen in a little bit.
When you put that little
which one
picture
of those,
of the map.
Do we have it on here?
Well,
We
I
have
will
it
say
from,
that when
Skinny.
we
Or the good-
we had a call, Zoom call.
You want me to send it to you?
Marcelo booked
I'll
a
send
Zoom
it.
call in for us as a team. I was at Field 1 in Hormesis in San Rafael. And I was like, wow, this is cool. You guys are organized, you know? Like, I like this,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Marcelo sent me, like, all the codes on, like, a WhatsApp, like, with a nice graphic. And I'm like, wow, you guys are going pro. Huh?
Someone's got to make you a wristband so you
Somebody
can be like,
get
"Ah,
wine?"
it's,
Yeah, like,
it's
I
not
did not
the
have it.
baby, and it's 44.
Just
So,
wine.
he wants wine now. So I was like, when we look at the field and we pulled it up, we all, like, instantly agreed on. We're like, wow, this is like one of those old school fields that, like, you know, you used to play on, Oliver. Because to be honest, I look at the fields and I go, what the hell is going on here? Like, this is horrendous. But that's just my personal opinion. However the field plays out, you know, in the past however many years is whatever. But this one, I was like, wow, I like this one. It looks like it's pretty straight up. You know, it looks like rudimentary, and I like that, to be honest, because at least as a good player 7 years ago, I like to think of like I like to be able to say that, you know, the field will be created as you know, with the way that I play it, and that if you're a lesser player, I'm going to be better than you because the field will articulate, you know, this kind of more methodical and intellectual paintball, you know, IQ. It'll unfold itself. Here, in the last couple of years of looking at fields, it felt like anybody could win at any point, and it was a crapshoot, and it's like, you know, it's kind of madness. And I don't like that because I like to be able to try to control the game. That's my style of playing, and you know, I don't know. I didn't play those fields, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I felt like it was a little bit just blank. Like, I remember the 7-man fields, they'd be just this huge wall, and like anything could happen, and a lesser team could beat you because they just did dumb things, and somehow it works sometimes, you know. And I like to look at a field and have some sort of like kind of reins on it. When I look at it, I'm like, wow, okay, this makes sense. I can see what's going on here. There's lanes, and there's, you know, there's an understanding of the way to play this. So that's what I felt about this field. I felt like this field was like understandable.
The snake, did you guys feel that it definitely appeared that the snake is relatively hard to make, so as far as getting bodies in there on a regular basis, so that seemed so my kind of checklist was how potent is the center, how much run through possibilities you have from there, how aggressive is that D side going to be, and then how much can you actually make that snake, because the snake does run the entire length of the field, so if you can get in there, awesome. But it did appear, at least, you know, first weekend of practice, and we did a lot of interviews out there, so I couldn't watch a ton of paintball this weekend, but I was talking to everyone about how I was playing, but that's just seemed to be the case. Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, you know, it did seem like that outside is on the outsides on both sides were more difficult to make. I feel like it will end up being more of a pocket field. You'll have to kind of throw the outsides in as, you know, you go through different games. And we were making it out there every so often. The other guys were making it out there, as is paintball, but those lanes are huge. And it's going to really depend on which direction the team breaks out, the other team breaks out with all the bodies. You know, sometimes you'll throw a game plan and the other team throws the exact perfect, like you throw rocks and they throw paper and you're like, you're screwed. Yeah. You know, but so sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Can we sit on that for just a second? What do you think is, you know, so if you're throwing rock, paper's going to beat rock. So what's the paper game plan, you think? At least to I know you don't have to give anything away, but because this is gonna be rocket science right away. But
So I see, and I'm going to use the Russians as an example because I feel like they might be one of the strongest teams coming out of that
at the last event,
definitely. But I mean, they're coming out of
yes.
the
out of the.
I don't know what we're going to call that. The Champions bracket.
It's the Champions Cup, a prelim bracket, and it's incredibly cutthroat and ruthless.
And Maddie, let's just quickly take a moment to explain because we have substantially more people viewing this right now, so maybe some people are not familiar. So there are 4 teams that make it into the Champions Cup.
You want me to do a little bit of a breakdown?
Like a 60-second
quick hit on it? Okay, so here's how this is going to work for the Champions Cup. It's brand new for this year, and a lot of people have been a little confused, and we all were at first, as to why this is happening or how it actually works. So essentially, this is the NXL trying to be forward-thinking. Again, everyone's like, grow the game, right? So the Champions Cup was created to try to bring a tournament of champions from around the world. So you get, eventually Asia will be involved, and South America, et cetera, et cetera. But as it stands right now, we're bringing Latin America in and Europe. And Europe has a pretty stout, and has for years. So that's the initial concept for why it's happening. The how is you have the Tauntauns won the European Championship in Paris. They actually tied for first place overall in the series with Breakout Spa, but Breakout Spa has decided not to come, and then also...
Can't find any wine.
You son of a bitch.
I thought we had some.
Tease me like that? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get to, though. It's beyond those metal grates.
Whatever,
All right.
dude. It's all good. So Champions Cup. So you have now... Here in the States, you have the major tournaments. If you win a major, you get a bye into essentially the top 8. So there's 4 teams that are going to be getting a bye into the top 8. So it's Dynasty and Impact because they won majors, and then you have Houston Heat, who is the most consistent team besides the team. And you guys selfishly won multiple major tournaments, Ryan and Kyle. So you're just gobbling up all those major wins. So then that's why Houston Heat was able to get that other spot. And then the Tauntauns, they get their spot because they won the European Championships. Now Paris Camp Carnage and the Lucky 15s will also be representing Europe. They go into that prelim round. Prelim round is going to be 20 teams. So 4 teams sit already in the top 8. They will be playing a seeding exhibition matches as throughout the prelims. So the Tauntauns, Houston Heat, Impact, and Dynasty will all be playing against each other, warming up to play against, again, this is a viciously cutthroat system in the way this is working because you have 4 brackets of 5 teams. 2 teams from each bracket move on, 8 total teams. And then after that prelim round, then we will pull names out of the hat or that trophy again to play each other heads up. Those top 8 teams will play each other one set heads up, and then those winners will move on to go into the top 8.
It's cutthroat.
4 teams of 20 make it on to go with the 4 teams that are already in, and then that will be what we see on Sunday.
But so those guys will have to play one single match.
So everybody will have a warm-up round, which is kind of like once they get to us.
No, so everyone, so they're the prelim brackets. Let me just pull it up real quick. Your prelim brackets are going to be. So you have
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You have Damage, Thunder, Aftermath, Saints, and Lucky 15s in Group A.
Oh, we got it right here. Look at this. Look at
Yeah, you got a graphic or something to pop up.
Yeah, we got a nice little bracket graphics.
So then you got as actually pulled out. That's what it looked like when they actually got pulled out. Oh, the trophy. Then you have X Factor, Legion, Diesel, Uprising, and DMG, and then Level, Hurricanes, Energy Elite, Extreme, and Tsunami. That's the other team. They're coming from Latin America, so they're into the prelims because they won that championship. And then you have Revo, Infamous, Emo Kings, Ironman, and Carnage, Paris Camp Carnage. So those teams will be playing against each other. Only the top 2 teams from those divisions move on. And then those 8 teams will draw again. They will play each other in a single game head-to-head. So we're going to pull them out, and let's say it's Infamous, and they're going to play New York Extreme or whoever makes it.
Right.
You have to win that game. So only 4 teams come out of that 20 to play you guys.
To play us, yeah.
So whoever you guys get is going to be pretty
that would have
been
dialed in. So that's what the kind of scary thing. Now we get 3 matches also, but we don't get to play that morning wild card match.
Yes.
So that's gonna be tricky. Actually, that would have been a great question to ask with the World Cup picks as we were doing it. Is who do we think are going to be the 4 teams that make it out of this?
That's
a great question. I mean,
that's the question.
You see, like,
Can you make it bigger so I can see it?
Of course, yeah. let's zoom this sucker up.
Does Kyle Spick still play on the Latin Stains?
No, he's actually on team with you.
Oh.
now. Yeah.
I was gonna say that maybe the Latin Saints will make it out of there.
Damage hometown, the Thunder guys doing really well this year. X Factor and Russians are our top teams, and Level and Revo and Infamous. Those are the picks for the and Hurricanes have been doing great. And then there's the Tauntauns. We can go straight into our picks here, Oliver, while we're doing this, because we're going to talk about the field as well. And as we're talking about it, we can kind of brush up and look at these brackets as well.
Who's that team on the third row at the very
one
bottom?
thing you have to say though is
that is Tsunami from Colombia,
which no one knows any really thing about. I'm excited to see them play because I keep asking around, but they're an unknown. Unless you played against them.
Yeah, we played against them.
I've played on Tsunami.
So,
I was on Tsunami.
Okay, there you go.
If we didn't pick Oliver up,
and we
he would
won,
be playing on
and
Tsunami,
we won against I think it was like Marcelo and like Mouse, or maybe you were on that team. Blake, I think. Yeah, we won.
So you have you have
Are they gone?
Yeah.
Damage
Not all
and
yet.
X Factor are the two teams that first of all, Damage won a tournament this year.
Yes, they did.
So and
It's a minor.
it was a minor, but it was on a blind layout, and it was a hard tournament to win though.
They're all hard turns.
They're all hard. Every tournament's hard to win, but so Damage actually winning a tournament this year, and then also having an incredibly disappointing performance at the last event where they lost 3 games. They lost Level, they lost New York Extreme.
Well,
and
Damage
they
is
lost
one of those
Infamous.
teams that's like super capable of winning every tournament. They're incredibly good players that just somehow don't do it.
Well, they can be inconsistent, but they actually have been relatively consistent the past couple of years, and they keep getting better. And the team has had some turnover. And then you have X Factor, who came off an abysmal start to the year with a 16th and a 9th, and not making Sunday at the second event in Texas, and then but a 4th, a 3rd, and an 8th. So to me, because Damage and X Factor have won, I mean, X Factor has been battling against you guys for the past couple of years.
Yeah,
during
but
your most
they had
recent
Archie,
run.
and now they don't have Archie.
they don't.
That's true.
I think it's a totally different team. And take away Archie, I hate to say that. As much respect as I give for X Factor, because they actually beat us to the ground a lot of times when I played.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
mean,
you're about to go practice against them next week.
I'm very excited to go practice against them because I'm really excited to see how they play, and
Yeah.
I think they're going to be very good.
They're still
but
really
I
good, yeah.
Still don't think that they're.
They had a rough start. They had a really rough start, and I think they found their rhythm.
Yes, and they've again we could spend a long. I've done some shows with those guys before talking about that, but yeah, but to me, Damage and X Factor, based on what we've seen, Damage can win tournaments. They won one this year, and they have still all the old school. Like you're gonna go and look at that team. There's only gonna be a few guys you don't recognize.
I mean,
Because it's all a lot of the same dudes.
Damage has a piece of. I'm scared of Damage a little bit. You know?
Got a little piece of your soul from
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damage is legit, and then again coming off of a 15th where they went 1-3, going to be really pissed off for this one. Their bracket with Thunder, Aftermath, and then Aftermath's, been reeling a little, not reeling, but trying to deal with what they're going to potentially do from an organizational standpoint moving forward. And then the Saints and Lucky 15s. To be honest, one of my teams I'm really excited to watch play at the World Cup is the Lucky 15s.
Lucky 15s.
Yeah, I mean the
On this layout too, it'll be interesting to see how they're gonna be bullies.
What is a Lucky 15?
It is a. So do you remember when Eric Roberts had his theory on the 13-inch barrel,
Yeah.
like the 12-inch and 14-inch?
Yeah.
This is that same thing, 15.
The
15-inch barrels.
barrels.
So in Lucky.
Is it like the Kill Bill kind of thing?
You know Ainsley? Do you remember Ainsley from CPPS in England? English guy. If you saw him, you
Yes,
recognize him.
maybe.
Maybe. He has a killer field called CPPS.
Okay.
And he started a team from the ground up.
So it's a London
So
team.
it's an English, London.
It's kinda
No,
like-
it's not in London. It's just the English Lucky
English.
15s, and I believe it looks like it might be named after a horse, possibly.
Well, they
There's a horse as their logo.
because they went to a
Like a
Ainsley and his
badass horse.
buddy went to a racetrack, and then they hit a pretty spectacular bet. I want to say it was like a pick 3 or
Trifecta.
it was some big money bet.
Ryan
Not
used to
like
hit those
insane
all the
amount
time.
of money, but anyway, so they said, okay, if we hit on this bet that we have to start a paintball team. It's gonna be called the Lucky 15s.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I'm rooting for them.
So that's how the
I
team
like that.
exists.
I like that story.
But you would also like this team because it's a full of like these dudes are all like cocky, like hyper aggressive. They run like 1-2 game plans, and they're like, we have a lot of diversity, Maddie. We have a lot of diversity. I'm like, you guys are literally running the same game plan, and no one can stop it, bro. Which is fine. You're winning all your games, but they're just young, cocky dudes. They're all in their early 20s, except for Clint Moore.
Oh, I like Clint Moore.
Yeah, so Clint's their elder statesman.
Oh,
he's the voice of reason for them, their captain, hanging in there at 40 years old. But it's a very interesting.
Damn, 40. What's that?
It's an interesting mix.
Old fuck.
It's an interesting
Old
mix.
man.
But he's
Yeah,
still got
so
those
40-year-olds.
like Ryan Greenspan, Clint Moore. You know, like, they still
Oliver
get it
Land,
done.
he's
Oliver
40
Land,
also.
you
Don't
see?
try not to throw him in the 40-year-old.
Well,
crew.
you know, we still have World Cup coming up. I'm
Alex's
not trying to
birthday
jinx
is
them.
like coming up any minute.
Dude, Alex's birthday is next week.
He's gonna be 40.
40.
He's gonna be 40 on Saturday. I tried to schedule him a colonoscopy, but all of the places that do that, a prostate exam and a colonoscopy, they all close on the weekend. So I might have to do something on Friday. Like, hey,
Or you could do it yourself.
well, you could. I feel like that's something that you probably know how to do. And all your worldly travel. Is that right, pal?
Dude.
All right.
Oh, man.
Take a deep breath.
Need you to relax. I need you to really, really relax.
Nope, you seem good.
There's probably a colonoscopy thing you have here in your garage somewhere, right?
There's got to be
You
one.
must
There's got to
have-
be like
must
some
have
sort of
picked one up
scoping
somewhere.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in the San Antonio area and you know that you can get us in with somebody for a prostate exam, I've got a guy who just turned 40. He's a little worried about when the wind blows. He's a little bit of a hypochondriac, so he definitely
little bit.
needs it. Okay, I know you need it when you're 40. So if we can get him in there on Saturday, that'd be fantastic.
So who's your pick for the top 4 out of this whole thing?
Russians, X Factor, maybe LVL. I want the Hurricanes to go in there. It's hard. I think the Russians are going to make it out of there.
So,
Wait,
And
top
this is-
4?
Yeah, top 4. Who's
Okay,
gonna make it
here,
out?
let's just do this. Let's just do this a little bit more in a fun way. Who do you statistically think, and who are the 4 that you want, or that like you're rooting for?
Oh, I'm rooting for DMG, LVL, Carnage, and NYX to make it in.
Interesting.
So that way we can get under the top 4 immediately.
That's like all of the.
That's who we.
lowest ranked
Yeah,
teams.
that's how we want.
so
to
that's-
yeah, because that's who we
strategic.
want to play
That's
in the next
strategic.
round, and
Okay.
then that way it'll be us. And if we go in first on our bracket, we'll probably be playing the Tauntauns. So we'll play probably Impact first and second. So that's kind of where I would like it to go. Where it's going to go, I don't really know. But judging from this, we've got a really eclectic group of characters here that have a robust group rather that have been voting on this. So. If you want, I can go through this first day.
So what is the
So
it,
basically-
like, per game?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
how
just
working?
a day one's worth of games.
Okay.
It's like each team has 2 games.
Each team has 2 games. Like you would pick who's gonna win damage versus aftermath.
I'm gonna go with damage.
Okay.
So does Mike Hinman not have anything to do with Aftermath
No.
anymore?
Kind of, sort of, not really sure. No one really knows.
I mean, because Aftermath
not like nobody
I
knows,
was
but
impressed with Aftermath.
It's
Watching from the Go Sports. a couple
Yeah,
times.
I feel like they were doing really well.
They had
Yeah,
a great
damage.
beginning to the year, but since then, so Aftermath currently is ranked 12th overall, and they went 4th, 8th, 16th, 11th, and 12th. So they have not made a Sunday in 3 events, and
Since Oliver Lang retired.
so they're gonna start off on a heater, and they looked pretty good at the first event, but it has been a downhill slide since then, essentially. For
Okay,
them.
so I'm going with damage too.
Okay.
Next.
Okay.
Okay, we're 2-2 at the
Oh.
last event.
All right. X Factor versus Uprising.
I don't know Uprising, so I'm
I'm
going to
going
go
with
X Factor.
Uprising likes to beat good teams when it counts, and they've quietly made some Sundays here too. I mean, Uprising's sitting at 16th. They took 16th at the
Is there
last
anybody
one.
on Uprising that I might know?
Yes, you probably know
Yes.
most of their teams.
If you-
It hasn't changed much.
Not well, but they haven't changed much in like 5-6 years. But if for Oliver, I'm thinking. I mean,
Well, we have some
No,
good.
probably
no,
not.
probably not. So we've got some good ones.
They
for you.
were-
See, that's scary to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the
Right, because
people.
like you said, when you're playing some of those guys this weekend, you're like, I expect you to do something, and then you didn't.
Did you ever
do it.
play Uprising?
Yeah.
Okay, same
It's
guys.
the same guys. It's the same guys.
The same guys?
Same guys.
I still didn't know them then.
but they
No,
just got there.
There's a funny story.
They
Is
just got there.
I don't know what player this was specifically, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say his name. But when I was on Impact, we tried to pick up an Uprising player, and they said no, they didn't want to take it that seriously.
I like that.
So
I do remember.
Well, that's also what happened with what's his name that was playing on Aftermath, but then went to Infamous.
Russellback?
Yeah. Just didn't want to really have to try that hard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I do remember like
Try hard,
Uprising
that's shocking to
was
me.
like
At least you know what you want.
I thought Uprising was
Yeah,
like a
that's
7-man team at one point too. No,
Yeah, and then you take those 7 guys and you roll it over to 5-man. Same thing.
but I remember they were like all up in it. Like they'd get everywhere. Really quick,
That's
right?
they still play very
That's
similar to
the way
that.
they do.
I really like how they play, and I'm
I
like
do too.
they're like
I like
right there,
Uprising.
dude.
I mean-
They're like I'm a fan of theirs. I like how they play. They just throw it away like in the mid game.
And they also
They need a Ryan
randomly
Greenspan
show up and
clinic.
beat good teams.
Yeah.
and
They need
they
a
like
Ryan
to play the
Greenspan
spoiler a lot.
Uprising, book Ryan Greenspan for the during the off season for a closing.
how to close
Close
the deal.
clinic. We need
Um,
$5,555 a day.
5,555. Going for 5s.
A day.
Revo versus ML Kings.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one.
Martin Luther King.
Yep.
Well, it's,
Martin Luther's.
yeah. So ML Kings. Here's the thing about the ML Kings. They've been incredibly frustrating. They
This
made
is
4 Sundays in a row, and then if you go back to World Cup through the first 3 events of this year, so World Cup they make Sunday. The best team that they beat there was X Factor, and then they head into this year and they take a 10th, a 7th, and a 9th in a row.
Is
So,
it the same guy that you guys used to play with?
Yeah.
Who?
Charlie.
do you remember Charlie Givens?
Yeah,
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie. From Europe.
He went pro, huh? He didn't
We-
pick you guys up.
Tried.
I already had a team.
Yeah, tried. But
I had this group of guys.
You would like this. So this team's fun, man. They're
I like,
probably
I like
fastest
Amigo.
playing- they're the fastest.
Bingo.
Yeah, Bingo. Yeah,
He go on a
Capis.
4-on-1.
I like
Yeah, he
him.
won a 4-1. It was pretty nasty. And he
I'm
still rocks
vote-
his sock hat.
I'm
You gotta
vote for
hook him
him.
up with a.
No, I think he likes the sock hat.
No, you should give
Yeah,
him.
but you guys have, like,
He can
a
have,
two.
Who-
Like, you
he
guys
can
are-
have whatever he wants.
Yeah.
You hear that?
He's been wearing the
You
same.
hear that?
Hey, Mingo, hit him up. But he has been wearing the same sock hat for like 15 years.
That's epic.
But
They
the thing
did
is that
murder.
here's the ML Kings. They've been very frustrating to watch for the past year, essentially, because the team is on the precipice of something great. They have insanely talented attackers, but they make it to Sunday and they just kind of fall apart. They can't find a way to beat the best teams. If you actually go back and look at who the ML Kings beat this year and who they didn't. And I may have messed this up because I was just taking a ton of notes on a lot of different teams. But I was like, let's go back and look at who the ML Kings actually beat this year. I have it on the computer somewhere, but they seem to beat the teams they're supposed to beat and then lose to the teams that are above them for the most part. And you have to go all the way back to last year where they beat a top team and it was X Factor. So correct me if I'm wrong. Everyone out there, you can go check right now. But so they're right there. They're on the precipice of if they can keep that team together. And they're playing Revo, who's just as statistically better.
Revo?
Statistically, Revo is better.
I heard
than the
Revo
ML
is
Kings.
now Tom 4.
Oh yeah, and there's some juicy news that allegedly happened. Tom 4 bought Revo. Remember we were talking about?
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about.
They've been trying to get players and throwing a little bit of money around for a while. Was that his money from before, or is this?
No, I think he's taking over.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I like Benny.
Yeah.
Benny Carroll.
Yeah.
He's so fluid. He's super fluid.
He's a good dude too.
Yeah, he's very athletic, and I just would like to see
I'm
him.
rooting for them for that game.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's
you got
move
Revo,
on.
Oliver,
Yes.
The last they played each other at the last event.
Maddie.
It
You
was
want?
a 2-1 game, and
Okay,
Revo beat the ML Kings.
Do you want? Who do you
On
want?
paper, I have to take Revo. You know,
All
I
right,
mean,
Matty.
literally. But I do think that the ML Kings could potentially go on some type of baby run.
Lock
at
it in.
Cup.
Well, we got. You can vote on the next one.
There's
Well,
more games.
LVL versus Hurricanes.
I like LVL
Okay.
because I like Carl,
All right.
and I like that organization. I like the
I feel like this layout could be good for the Hurricanes, dude.
Yeah.
If
I don't
I'm-
know that any Hurricanes.
If I'm looking at a snake that's hard to
Otherwise.
make, and this is like a field you can't really get quite a little crazy with it, it's going to be an interesting battle because the twos on those two teams the second attackers have been maturing nicely. So I think it's going to be pretty fun to watch that go down. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, look, Robbie, I love you guys, Pando, all the guys on level. I might have to take the Hurricanes based on what I saw this weekend, but
Where were they this weekend?
Well, no. I just in the sense of
The
what I
field-
saw
what
on the
field
field,
looks like.
the way the field looks laid out, because Level has more firepower as far as like aggressive players. So if it was a really aggressive field that was going to be, we're going to be playing. Not to say this is not going to be an aggressive field, but I mean, do you think we're going to be playing 7-6 games out here? Do you think it's going to be more like, 3-5 or 2-3? What do you guys think?
I think early I think it will play a little fast. Because I think it's going to be a lot of headbanging in the middle.
I think it's going to go fast. It's going to be like an explosion, and then it's going to be the 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s. And if people are good, then it's going to take longer. And if they're not that good, it's going to go quick anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's gonna be that one's a coin flip to me. Level Hurricanes. That whole bracket though, like the bracket Group C is a fascinating bracket. Level, Hurricanes, Energy Elite, Extreme, and then Tsunami, because you have the up and coming emerging stars on Level in the Hurricanes and Energy Elite, who made a Sunday too. They've all underperformed. Not the Hurricanes. You can't say a rookie pro team's underperformed. They made 2 Sundays. They've overperformed. But Level is just kind of hit or miss right now. And then so is Extreme. We don't really know what Tsunami's going to have to... So you have to kind of almost assume everyone probably is going to beat Tsunami, just on paper. And then in that, Energy Elite or Extreme, if they show up, they could shock the Hurricanes or Level. And that's a fascinating bracket again. I think that the parity in that bracket is about as close as we're going to get.
So only
from those
one
top
team
4
will
teams.
emerge from all of those.
2.
Four of these teams
Four
will
of
come
these teams.
on.
4 of 20 will
Yeah,
move on.
but it's one from each division.
No, so 2
it's-
will come on from each division, then those guys will all play each other, and then
So 8
one-
teams
it'd be-
go on, and then of those 8 teams, we pull names out of hats to see who plays each other heads up, and then they'll
then
play
the
each other
4
heads up, and then those 4 teams move on to play you guys.
Okay, cool.
But again, it's super
It's
cutthroat.
always nice to already be on Sunday, you know? I can
That's
I
right.
can relax.
Yeah, you're right. It looked like you were ready to
I
take a
might
nap.
take a
Yeah,
nap,
yeah,
yeah.
just gonna sleep until Sunday.
Yeah, and top 8, everyone
It's,
gets paid
it's so
in the top
easy
8,
with
so-
Ryan. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just go up there and I'll shoot a guy, and then you just shoot 3.
That's how it was this whole time. You
So
just,
it was the
you
whole
know,
time. Except
He
for
was just a
different.
dick about it.
just- yeah, yeah.
And you shot some of them too back
It
then.
actually only took until Sunday for him to yell at me.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there?
yeah.
You
Did
got
we
mad at me.
ha-
You're like,
did
dude,
we-
this is the stupidest thing ever. Why would you ever come up? I was like,
Did
these
we
are
have,
actually
like, a
still,
good
No, I
still
didn't get
your
mad. I
calls
didn't get
that,
mad at
you know,
you.
it's still the calls
I was
that you came up with.
confused because I was like, okay, this is this, and you know.
We have the same call that
makes
essentially
sense.
means the same thing, but at 2 completely, one's in the beginning, like before the game starts. And
There's a
one's
lot of
like,
new codes.
Everything
A
is
lot.
all, it's all
and
his
I like
codes that he
it, but
implemented.
I haven't been able to digest
So
it.
he said, that was stupid. I might have said that's stupid. Why did you come up with something like that? I go,
Because
these are
there's-
your calls, and he's like, we need to change it. I go, we're not gonna change it.
There's
It's
two.
been the same
there's
call since
one
we're there.
code for 2 different things
Correct.
that are totally different.
They are very similar,
But-
incredibly similar.
It would be easy just to change it. Anyway,
It's easier
I'm
how
gonna
it
move on.
is.
Let's go on. Let's keep going.
I looked
Revo,
over.
Infamous.
I
If
looked
we,
over at
Kyle, if we let them argue, we're gonna be here all night.
I know, we're going to...
Aftermath versus
Oh,
Lucky
yeah, what game
15s.
are we? The
Aftermath
fourth
versus
out of
Lucky
20?
15s.
I mean, I don't know. Lucky
You really
15s,
ran out
but
of beer, you
I
son
like
of
what
a
Maddie
bitch.
said, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
No,
go.
okay.
we had a deal every time I
And
come.
All right,
there's no
Maddie.
There was a lot of beers in there.
Maddie,
really
Lucky 15s or Aftermath? Lightning round.
Lightning round.
You know what? I mean,
Lightning
I'm
round.
gonna take Lucky 15s. I'm gonna take Lucky 15s. I mean, the Aftermath's been disappointing me here. I'm a little disappointed in Aftermath. This is a Southern California team. I want them to be good.
Well, they don't have Mesa or Mike Hinman, right?
No Mesa, no Mike Hinman.
I mean,
Yeah, I expect big things out of Aftermath. I think that the future could still be bright for them, but you know they lost to they beat Energy and they beat DMG.
Hurricanes or NRG?
I'm gonna take Hurricanes.
Yep.
yeah, me too. But I don't know anybody. I don't know either team, so I'm like betting.
Okay. Okay.
Hurricanes it is.
Infamous versus Revo. Here you go.
I think I'm gonna Infamous. I feel like I'm gonna take Infamous.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
so
Infamous.
Oh, wow.
Revo, I do feel is they
I
were
think that's
very
gonna be a good game.
well. Revo was impressive at the 3rd event, didn't make the 4th event, and then took 11th. Lost to you guys by 4, lost to Diesel by 1. Yeah, Rebel's close, but I feel like Infamous has been underperforming all year long, and they're due for a good one.
Infamous.
Infamous is due for a good one. They really are, and I'm expecting good things out of them.
Yeah, and you guys feel free in the lobby while you're watching to comment on who you think would be winning these ones. Tsunami versus Extreme.
This helps. This was how the last tournament
I literally have all of it right here, bro. Everything you want.
Payment accepted.
Yeah, I'll take that team. Tsunami versus Extreme.
This is every event, how they finished at every event. Your
Well,
overall
just for
points
all
plus
of it.
minus.
Yeah,
It's
just
a
for the
little bit
people that
hard
aren't
to-
Wait,
people
whatever,
that aren't
you
in
can
their
have this-
50s and actually have computers to do all the tasks for us.
First of all, I'm
It
not
might
in my
just be
50s,
hard to
you
see that.
fucking asshole. Second of all, a professional keeps his notes the way that he can read them quickly in case batteries die or weather comes in. Or
Well, it's easy to read your own handwriting.
So wait, how old are you?
I'm not saying I have good
Yeah,
handwriting.
wait, you're not 50?
No, the beard says differently, but I'm only 45, dude.
Dude, Maddie,
I'm not even 45 yet. I'll be
You're
45 in the day before Christmas.
The best was like
That's right.
Maddie had hair, and then he didn't have hair, and then he had hair again. Like it came back.
Well, no, because that's when I remember this actually. Because we were in where were we? We were on some trip in Europe, and you came over and you're like, "Oh, Maddie, you're losing your hair," and I was like, "Fuck, I am. What are you talking about? I have the thick because I used to have super thick hair. Sure enough, though, that's when I kind of started losing my hair, and then I just rage shaved my head. Oh, hi, Sloan.
Hi, son.
Rage shave.
I rage shaved it, and then so yeah, for a long time I didn't have hair, and then I just grew it back because I knew eventually it would go anyway. But
All right. Where'd you get these things from? Did your mom just buy these for you? All right.
Yeah, I also would like to give the shout out to Misadventures with Kyle. Kyle throwing shade about handwriting. What do you have like some sort of?
No, my handwriting is
you have, like,
awful.
badass handwriting?
No, mine's worse than yours.
Okay, why are you talking shit then?
Because I
That guy said-
empathize with you.
That guy said you're going back to Latin Saints, supposedly. I read it.
Yeah, it's
Is that
baloney.
true?
That ain't happening.
What if
That's
Diego
baloney.
came back next year and said you go pay
Look, there you are.
See ya.
Up front.
See ya.
Tsunami
front.
versus Extreme.
Look,
I like
I'm-
Extreme now because we practiced against him. So,
I'm-
you know,
okay.
I'm
I
going
just have to
Extreme.
pick everyone. Like, I have no idea how good Tsunamis. I have zero experience with them, so I'm just going to pick anyone playing them at this point. You don't even have to ask me.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'll take
The
Extreme.
Lucky 15s versus Thunder.
Hey, that's Sloan.
Yeah, those are pictures of Sloan right there.
The one thing is that if the Lucky 15s if they can't make the snake, if they have a hard time making the snake, which it appears that could be an issue on this field, even though the power that the one event that I saw them, they were crushing it on the D side more than snake. So, I mean, on paper, you got to give that one to Thunder.
Okay. Oliver, you know Thunder.
Which one was that?
I mean, I gotta go Thunder because I don't know Lucky 15s either.
Okay. AC Diesel versus Russia.
Russia.
You're going to like the Thunder or the Lucky 15s, guys.
I like them because you tell me that I'm gonna like them,
telling
and I
you.
know you know what I like.
You're gonna
and
like
I know what you like.
Well, you're gonna
We're
be
on the
like,
same
oh, look,
page.
why is this kid so cocky? Like he's literally talking a ton of shit, or I can't believe this. But then you're gonna be like, oh, I kind of.
I love it.
Maddie, Russians, you think over AC Diesel?
I didn't even know who you said they were playing, but yeah, I think they're coming out. They've been there for 2 weeks now.
I
3
know,
weeks. They've
I
just
know.
been grinding this entire time. They've been in Tampa, just playing
Ripping.
all the time. They're hungry for it.
Yeah, I've got a good one.
Russia?
This is a good matchup.
Russians?
Yeah.
Paris Camp Carnage
Oh, yeah.
versus the Ironman.
I mean, I think I gotta go Ironman. Oh, because we practiced them.
I'm gonna go with Ironman 2. I do really like the way Paris Camp Carnage could be trouble on this layout. They play really good counterpunch type paintball. Why are you laughing? You don't think so? I mean, just from the little bit that I saw them, the little bit that I saw on the entire England event.
Right.
Every single one of those guys had a big counterpunch moment, and every single one of those guys had a pretty decent offensive moment too. So on their starting five. So if they bring the starting five that I saw in England on this layout, just again first weekend that we saw it, and I didn't get to watch every point out there because we were doing a bunch of stuff, but I kind of like Paris Camp Carnage's chances to play a spoiler out here in a really tough bracket. I mean, that's a brutal bracket for Carnage to be in. Rebel,
Yeah, it is.
Infamous, ML Kings, Ironman. If the Ironmen show up and play like they did in Sacramento,
No, they're not doing that.
then that's going to be problems for everybody. Even though they got smoked. Even though they got smoked in the prelims.
Oh, I gotcha.
Uh-oh.
We're not doing the show.
We're not doing the show. She still forgets that we have the show every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Everybody's favorite day of the week.
We gotta get her a tattoo.
I think that's it. We got a shirt that says that. Mom, my dad's show is on Tuesday at 4 p.m. every Tuesday.
I always
Except
forget
next
the
week we're
time.
doing it Wednesday. We're gonna get to that later. Still seem to forget. NRG versus Extreme.
Where is that in? Is that still day one?
Day one. This is like hypothetical day ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know the
Lightning rounds.
There's an actual.
Just
the
come on.
schedule's
We
actually
started
out.
this. We
I have
started
the
this.
schedule.
Stop it.
This isn't the
We're
actual
balls deep into
schedule?
this. We're
No.
halfway through.
We made this like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've been
okay.
doing this show for longer than the schedule.
Okay.
Longer
alright.
than P play the game.
Yeah, we've been doing this thing.
So it's extreme in energy.
Extreme and energy. Yeah.
It just depends on what that for that specific matchup. To me, it's like when they play each other, which
Okay,
again I have the
All
actual.
right. If
schedule. I
it
could
was
look
okay, you can look it up.
Didn't you play on NRG?
and that was the
Excessive
energy.
energy.
Excessive energy. Yes, we won Miami
Energy.
that 1 year.
Miami. All the night.
And we have 2 pro teams.
Welcome to Miami. Buenvenido. Yummy.
Oliver, Extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Does it matter to you at what point in the tournament they play?
I would like to play NYX for first and second. Let's
Okay.
just put it that way.
But then we're gonna skew the votes,
So
so I feel like it has to go off our
Yeah, it's going.
alleged schedule.
Yeah, our schedule.
Yeah.
Everything on the Spick and Span show is legit.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
legit.
So
allegedly,
so
It's got a stamp.
hit us. You know what I mean? Hit us. NYX.
What is it?
NYX.
No,
is
but
in the
it
house.
is important
Yeah.
though, because that was one thing I said about, like, I feel like one of those games was like Infamous Revo. I was like, I think Infamous would beat Revo early, but I think Revo would beat Infamous later in the tournament.
that's a good point. Even though what's interesting though is that sometimes Infamous does get off to a little bit of a slow start. I see Infamous coming out hot on this one, man. Like
Yeah.
I think I may be wrong, and you never know, but just based on how it's gone. But just so this specific game, Energy Elite and New York Extreme, they're going to play each other at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So that's going to be one of the last games they have to play against each other, which makes that game, you know, as we all well know, those last games you play, they're all equally important, but those are the ones that now you know kind of your
Dictates
fate.
it, yeah.
So, and again, there is no wild card. You have to be top 2 in your division to move on. So you really could have some hardcore spoiler situations later on. Yeah, Carl Markowski. Carl, we good to go for Cup, dude? Yeah? Everything good with Level? Everything good with the fam?
I think they're coming out to San Antonio next weekend.
That would be awesome for you guys to play.
That was originally the
against
plan,
those guys.
so I just haven't heard
That would
anything.
be really good for Level to play you guys in
Extreme?
And
Should I mark you down for Extreme?
so yeah,
Lightning round, Maddie.
yeah, I'll take.
Lightning.
You know who? Like, I'm gonna take Extreme. Why? Dude, Extreme loves to lose their first 2 games and then win late. You know, like
There we
backs
go.
against the wall. They're having a hard time. This game's
Who
happening
did I
on
pick,
Saturday
Ryan?
morning.
You got Extreme, dude.
I mean, 5 minutes ago.
Well, we have to thoroughly discuss everything. That's very important.
DMG versus Uprising.
DMG versus Uprising.
You picked DMG?
No, Uprising.
You just said DMG.
I was referring. to what
DMG
you
or
said.
Uprising, Matty? Lightning round.
Oh, this is the lightning round.
It's been lightning
I'm
round,
gonna
but
take
yeah.
Uprising.
All right, look at that, guys. That was a record-setting Matty guess right there. Damage versus
Bro,
Thunder.
I get paid to elaborate, dog. What are you talking about? Why do you think I have my job?
Damage versus Thunder. We still gotta give away your book.
We do have to give away my book. Dude, honestly, I'm going. Damage is. I feel like Damage is one of my picks to win this tournament. I'm going with Damage.
Oh,
I think,
wow.
I think Damage is going to show up.
I
and play
mean,
really well
I
with
like
that.
what he's saying, but I'm gonna just mess with everybody and say Thunder.
Oh yeah.
You also would like Thunder Story, right?
All right, here's a great one. X Factor versus Russians. We just don't have time right now, Maddie, for Thunder's story right now.
Of course we do. Let me tell you a little bit about the Seattle Thunder and the Brooklyn Bears right now.
Started in 1998 by Rocky Newth.
It was actually
Naughty
it was
Dogs.
1824, and they're at Ellis Island. When
What
it
I
was-
want is everybody to go ahead and go up and take a piss if you need to right now, because this is going to be a long
I
one.
actually need to take a piss.
Right there.
Yeah, no. So
You
I'm
don't
sorry.
get to get
Who
up
do
off
we
your
even
chair
have?
until you X Factor versus Russians.
I'm gonna take X Factor.
Nice.
I'm gonna take X Factor. I also think X Factor's due to have another good run.
I'll take X Factor 2 on that one.
Wow.
We were asking Rainey, and Rainey's like,
Rainey
Think you
took
take
Russians.
on that
So
game.
that way, because he wants
Because he
to
doesn't want to
he's like,
lose the. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to lose this game.
If I lose the game, at least I won it that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Infamous versus Iron Man. Kyle,
I'm gonna take Infamous. I just
What did I say? on
you
that?
got Iron Man on this
I
one.
feel like Infamous is a touch better. I feel like there's gonna be there's always a lot of scramble paintball. I feel like we're gonna see a decent amount of scrambles on this one.
I mean, is Shane Pistana going, or is
Yes, he is.
I think he's going.
I'm gonna go Iron Man.
Oh yeah. Carnage versus the MLKs.
MLKs.
3 more.
Going with ML Kings, but I'm telling you, man, it's not gonna surprise me if Carnage wins some games on this layout
Tsunami versus LVL.
level.
I'm going Tsunami just because I want them to win again.
These later picks have such an advantage. I'm thinking about it. Because now you know what the field layout looks like. You know the team's strengths.
True. DMG versus AC Diesel.
DMG.
Take a Diesel.
Oh yeah. And the last but not least is the Saints versus the Lucky 15s.
Taking the Lucky 15s.
Yeah.
There's been a massiff amount of upsets this year, so just picking the favorites is not necessarily going to win you these types of games.
Sure, yeah.
Especially at the Cup.
Alex, Dalton, Ryan, and I did this last time, and we each had like one like sleeper pick.
Do we have like
and what was-
$100 on this? Like, what's the deal? I'm
No.
gonna
If you
use
don't,
her from dusk till dawn.
We
backwards
we
over
wait
here.
to see who lost, and then we say what the loser has to do.
I'm not doing it.
and what
I'm
the
not
win-
eating
and-
that shit.
and
I'm
what the
not
winner
taking
gets.
my clothes off. I'm not doing
Well,
that shit.
Maddie, I heard this thing
You
just
You have to go
recently
streaking.
that yeah,
No one
Yeah.
wants to see this hairy bear, bro.
don't enter into a you pick it scenario without asking what's on the line. You
Yeah.
don't ask what's on the line at the end, right? Come on.
Unless we put some
Come on.
serious-
That's like going, all right, hey, jump off this cliff. And he goes, okay. And he jumps off the cliff. And he goes, what do I get? And then you go splat.
You get a cliff.
You get a cliff. Not a very great analogy on that one, anyway.
All right, so
yeah.
give me the top 4. Let's just say we make it. Say Impact makes it. Who's the top 2 from that whole thing that we're playing in there? Who's 2 teams out of that whole thing that you think could go through it all?
Oh, out of the preliminaries,
Yeah.
the top 4 I'd say Damage, Russians, X Factor, Revo. So Russians for sure, I think, could be up there.
Where's the Tauntauns? I don't see them.
They didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
I
didn't
mean,
come.
I think I'll take X Factor on
They're
this.
not playing?
Wait a minute. No. Tauntauns did not come. Carnage took their spot. I don't know why we kept saying the Tauntauns were coming.
Maddie kept saying the Tauntauns.
Yeah, Maddie, the Tauntauns aren't there. Aren't coming.
What's up?
Tauntauns aren't coming.
To World Cup.
Yeah, they're not on this list.
Oh wait, no, they're in the top 4 with
I
us.
thought you were
Christ,
messing
didn't we
with them.
just talking about this? I thought we just talked about
Dude,
this.
Oliver just confused me,
I
guys.
confused everybody.
Brought
Let's
the sport
go.
club out here.
Oh,
For anyone
that's
talking
nice, yeah.
shit.
To keep the peace.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Also, have you guys seen the movie From Dusk Till Dawn? Mm-hmm. That's what the show, the studio's bathroom looks like in here. I just want to let everybody know. If you haven't seen the
I thought it
movie,
was
go watch
no,
the
what's
movie.
the one with Antonio Banderas? Desperado? No, is it Desperado? Remember when he has to have that meeting in Tijuana?
Yeah, sorry. Is it Desperado?
Yeah.
Out of the Dusk Till Dawn.
I was gonna say more like Great Gatsby party. Like,
In there.
really elegant. Yes.
Very elegant.
There's a big
Super.
nice
Smells like
chandelier.
Yeah, what are you
Ours.
talking about? There's a nice, like,
I just
very
shaved.
Where is
ornamental.
this war
I
club
just
from?
shaved in there.
Fiji. You just shaved in there?
Dude, this is
Yeah, remember?
epic, bro.
Before the show.
Look at
Yeah, I
this.
think that's from Fiji or
Some-
Tonga or something like
yeah.
that.
I have a 2-year-old child, so I have watched Moana like 500,000 times,
Yeah.
and this is what that's
There
what
you
this
go.
reminds
That's
me
a
of. Something
great
that Maui
movie.
would have, you know?
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah. Anyway, super cool.
What did we talk about the field? Really?
Yeah,
What do
we
you-
did a
you
little
were-
bit.
you were
Yeah.
getting
wine.
wine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
got sidetracked.
but
and
what
then
do
we-
you think
You
about
weren't
field?
getting wine, but
Yeah, when I wasn't, when I was going. No, yeah, that's
you were
fine.
looking for wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, and I think it's ironic that it's kind of similar to the fields when you last played, and then you come back and it's kind of there's a wall in the middle. I don't know.
So you're going to play the wall.
Yeah, because I can shoot over the tall parts on the outside.
That's all.
I can't see over the middle part though.
We need like a big trampoline there. You know,
That would be
can
cool
we-
if there
can
was a
we-
trampoline.
You
Mhm.
talk to somebody that like knows somebody that does something with the fields
I
and
could
like
talk
get
to
a
them.
trampoline there, and then we jump, and then we're like jump.
Possibly.
We're already
make
wearing
something
chin
work.
protector or chin things. So
Yeah, I
our
think we need like
goggles
a
aren't-
full strap
Our goggles
around
aren't
the head.
coming off our heads.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
it could come down.
we were talking about on
We'll
the
get
way
another
home?
one.
On the way home too,
Extra
is
safe.
the way that the bunkers are set up. There is holes on the outside of that big center brick where the tall wing connects.
Yeah, I wonder if how that's going to be
If
set
that's-
up. If like
yeah.
the big holes underneath, so you can see people's feet. Like I hate that. Like I hate the overinflation. Are we?
I definitely missed the X.
We're gonna sign this. I
Yeah.
need you to sign it, so that everyone at home can witness it.
But I love fields like this where there is a really juicy snake side, but
You want to
it's
sign it first?
you have
You
to
can sign it, but wherever. That's
you get to
Todd's.
battle that guy, your heads up guy, your other front guy, because you're, I would say, out of like, you know, the probability of guys going out past that first door on the snake side isn't going to be often. So I always loved fields like that where you're head to head with that guy, and then sometimes you know, if you do get out on the snake side, it's typically you by yourself without the other team.
Well, I saw
there.
you do really well in a low body situation on the snake. You ended up getting a one. You took like a 3 or 4 on 1 down to 1 on 1.
Yeah.
You're like 3
from that
times.
snake. Yeah, and you did a bunch. Like, so talk to me a little bit about that. you know?
Well, first, the reason that what's happening is because Alex was getting really frustrated because we lost
'Cause Alex kept
3
dying.
points in a row,
So that makes it easier.
and
to
like
get
he
1-on-1.
was getting shot up a lot.
Yeah.
And I came in the pit and I said, "Hey, I won't let us lose another point for this next set, or I'll eat my hat." And then he's like, so it was like 7 points in a row we won, and I was like, "Remember I said that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." So that was kind of a lot of those were I just had to. I couldn't let him down.
Yeah, you didn't want to
Yeah.
eat your hat.
Yeah, I didn't want to eat my hat.
Well, good job.
But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of there was both sides. Like Ryan was mentioning, is like you were kind of a lot of doing counterattack, but you could go over there a little earlier and not let those guys shoot all my guys first. And I was like, well, then I can't win a 3-on-1.
Yeah, we're all trying to get player of the day so we can pick where we want to eat. So Kyle was
that's
letting
right.
the guy
Yeah, you
into
guys do
our
that.
snake to shoot our other 2 guys in the back, and then he would bunker them and then showboat and shoot the other 2 guys. I was like, if you got into the snake a little earlier, you might have stopped that guy from
Yeah.
shooting our guys in the back. This is like how you want to play it. You know?
But it was, I don't know, that side's kind of interesting because there's not really a second guy that can come with him. You're to back him up. So that guy gets in there by himself, and so at the moment he gets in there, he's crawling. He's not up. You're not having to deal with him. So you kind of get to like single out the maybe last guy that's really inset in the field. If you can get out to the snake and unseen, you can still get other bodies and then go bunker the snake guy or trade out with the snake guy, which I felt like was a lot of situations.
It did happen actually a decent amount.
Yeah, 'cause
like
the
the
guy-
play would go around what was happening in the snake, even if that guy got down the snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
as
you
long
would
as he's
go, a
being
guy would
contained.
dive in, and then
Yeah.
he'd get his head pinned down, and then a bunch of stuff would unfold,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't really realize what happened. And then as he goes to pop his head up, there's a guy in the snake that was like in the door, or there's a guy now in the middle structure. There's a lot of the snake does have its advantages, but I think it did have huge disadvantages also if you get pinned down for too long. 'Cause people just run through the middle, run down the Dorito side. So I think it's going to be a interesting field, and obviously too, if you make it out there off the break,
I just want to make sure that everybody is very careful.
That center.
That center.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, there's
Very careful
there's
about what?
running
You're
around
not
that
losing
thing.
your goggles.
Yeah, just make sure that chin strap is tightened. However, you're wearing your chin strap incorrectly. You're putting it over the front of your nose.
Oh, that's not allowed.
That's not how you're supposed to wear the chin strap.
I taught you that habit.
I look over at Oliver and his chin strap was buckled outside of his goggles. Like, where am I going? I'm like, up to their wedge. He's like, okay.
Well, that's what you do in the pit, because then when you lift your mask up, your chin trap
Secret
is
side.
tickling
Secret of
your
the pros.
tickling your
Whichever one
nose
you like.
hairs,
Secret
and then
of
you
the
can't
pros,
see, and your mask is up in the straps like right
Yeah,
here.
then you're like, where'd they go? I don't know.
Yeah.
The straps hanging. The
and then if
goggles.
people are taking photos, like that doesn't look cool.
Yeah. It's all
So
about the photos, Ryan.
I learned that from Mikey. I saw
Oh,
him
I
doing
know.
it.
Yeah. Whoever gets this book's getting a treat. That's for sure.
Who's
This
gonna
is
get
dope. So explain how this book is gonna be given away.
So we did a pre-order for my 2004 throwback reprints for the excessive bear jerseys. This one, and then added a couple different elements to it.
Are you gonna sign this one?
I can if somebody. This one's
sale?
still for sale.
If anyone wants to buy it, how do they buy it? What do they do?
Just hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. And then I threw a couple of things like It Happens on a Random Monday. That's the intro to Sunday Drivers. So like a little microphone over here and just kind of like a little couple Easter eggs on it. So everyone that pre-ordered, you're not in the running for the book if you would like to purchase one now, which you definitely, I got a couple of them left. But so the people that pre-ordered, you're on a list. I sent the list to Ryan. He threw it on the Wheel of Fate here.
It's ready. It's
and,
ready to rip.
We're gonna spin it around, and then we're having Kyle Spick, Ryan Greenspan, Oliver sign the famous book. So this was put together by the Paint Magazine people. It's actually 2 books. If you guys had never seen this before, it's one book called Famous. It's a
great for your coffee table
book.
Yeah.
And then another book called The Lost Rolls, which I wrote the intro or the introduction for. Did you ever hear about that? Did I ever read that to you before?
I didn't, but can you get a little closer to the mic and just give everybody a real treat right now?
Do a little read.
Yeah.
Let's do a little read here.
Oliver, really quick, what is your favorite position on this field?
The baby.
Okay.
Oh, but they don't know what the baby is. No. It's for you to know?
No, someone else. What's your favorite position on the field?
Their buzzer.
Their buzzer.
I like that. That is a bunker, too.
It's a bunker.
That's where I like to go.
Oh, wait until you see the backboard.
I've been watching you
put.
flip off things. I've been at home practicing my tumble.
I had to do it.
somersaults.
I had to do it. Yeah.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
All right, hold on. Let me test the. I'm gonna studio.
So this is the forward to the Lost Rolls. So Chris Diltz hit me up, legendary photographer working on the Iron Kids documentary with Dan Napoli, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to write the forward for this book called The Lost Rolls." That's the concept, and it was basically he had stored these rolls of film from 2004 and 2005 for 20 years, 18 years in a storage container, and they pulled them out, and that's what this book got created into. Was just that little signpost, which is it's a lot thinner than the Famous. Famous is more about the Paint Magazine, so this was the forward that I wrote for that.
Nima, you're gonna want to make sure you're. This is. I appreciate you guys, everybody who's staying up late for the show, 4:30 a.m. out there
in Iran.
In Iran.
Jesus Christ!
So we appreciate everybody staying up. This is gonna be a treat right here.
All right. So these may be the lost rolls, but this was not a lost time. Quite the contrary. The events during the moments pictured in these pages felt like a charge had been laid under our sport and set to explode. There were more cameras, more people, more teams, more sponsors, more tournaments, more attention. We felt like we were on the cusp, ready to rise. From 2004 to 2005, those of us riding the wave of the tournament paintball upsurge felt like all the deep dreams that we'd fantasize about were going to come true. We were right on the front tip of a fun and charismatic and violent ship, breaking big waves into an unknown ocean, blasting off towards undiscovered land, summoning winds whose direction was unknown. We had no idea where we were going, and we could not have been happier. But what makes the images in this book even more compelling is that I thought we'd never see them. In the middle of this scene's explosion was a man witnessing the slow destruction of a dream while capturing these high watermarks using a dying technology. The game was changing, and the way it was documented and consumed was changing. Analog was morphing into digital, and Paint Magazine's days were numbered. It was a slow-breaking wave of creative destruction. Film as a professional medium was dying, and these images are a potent product of their own limitations. So enter the man wielding the time machine, Chris Diltz, and think on the power of his tools in that era. He stalked the event seeking captivating subjects and stories, 36 shots in a roll with 20 rolls of film to shoot in a day, max speed of 5 shots a second. So call it around 720 shots in total, about the same amount of shots you have to work with in your pack for a single game. To catch life lightning, to steal a soul, to immortalize a moment. Just 720 chances to force little tiny atoms of time into a standstill, slicing up things into a 1/500th of a second with each conscious click of the shutter. And no way to know if you got the goods until the film is developed weeks, or in this case, a decade and a half later. When your shots are limited and time is short, you choose your targets very diligently. You have to be able to read your subjects and see the future, just ahead, to get the right magic secured. And this is what you see here. Lost but formative moments, found and brought to light, both for the people in the frame and the sport. You were looking at eggs, at seeds, at untapped potential, at emerging archetypes. How do you measure the tide of time? Rocks wear water scars and stars spiral above in lockstep, the march of the cosmos, a repeatable rhythm. But the measure of our lives, human lives, It is different because it is so short, and the meat box containing our memories is malleable and fallible. Photos help create concrete signposts, at least the ones that survive do. So I'm glad that these survived, because one day they will outlast my memory. But I had Chris Stiltz around for 6 years, so for this time period I just check his work to spark the memory banks. And that's how I measured the tide lines of our time during the instrumental chaos that was the birth of the modern sport of paintball.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was great. You know, and there is something to that, and we actually talked a little bit about it. I think right when the first this first came out was like, for those of you who take pictures right now and have taken pictures, or you just look at your phone camera, like, or you stand next to somebody taking pictures, you don't understand how difficult it is to take pictures like that and get what he got, how much of an artist you had to be back then. So think of now, like 720 pictures for the weekend.
Yeah.
Like that is an incredible feat. It would make every photographer's job much easier. Well, slightly, it's kind of skewed out of the direction. If you only had to look through 720, I think, and Verbal, you're in here, like, I want to say that these guys are doing like editing like 1,000 photos every day to like quickly scoop out all the crap and make sure all the stuff is good. Now you get way more quality, but they're not as precise.
Yeah.
Right?
It's interesting too, because you can get so much more. I mean, the video with the pictures, I mean, you're getting this just avalanche of moments, and then it's very difficult. I mean, I've roomed with editors like Trevor Will.
Yeah.
Like I roomed with him multiple events, and that dude's up there just editing photos until we, like, the grittiest time he has got to go to finally
He
go
is
to sleep,
always in the right spot.
So I got to give a shout out to all the content creators in general. Anyone that's helping us tell the story is helping the game. So that is a big part of it, because no one in the world gets up and gives a fuck about paintball until you make them care. And the operative word is the verb in that sentence. You have to make them care, and you have to do that by showing them something amazing or telling them a story, ideally both. So, yeah, I mean, Chris Stiltz.
100,000 photos at an event in a weekend.
Yeah, so
That's
imagine
nuts, dude.
you get 700.
Hey, we need to get you sponsored by a blue light glasses company if you don't already have it. If you are a manufacturer of blue light glasses.
We're making them.
Hormesis blue lights, orange lights. I still have the Big Richard glasses. You need to make those things again. They're in my my file cabinet, which is 3 boxes back right there.
Now you've already named 10 things in here that the game.
Now everybody's gonna get my whole garage.
All right, let's give this thing away.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. So I have it queued up.
Oh, this is for
That's for sale. You gotta hit me up for that one.
Meter, what up?
What up, Meter?
We
Okay.
need a Hormesis logo on here.
We'll get it on the next run.
Okay, next one.
Next run. Okay.
Yeah, Maddie's officially on the Hormesis team. Everybody.
I'm happy to
All
be
right, here it is, Maddie.
Happy to
Do you
be
want
here.
to click the button?
Thank you, bud. I think we'd have Chef Oliver click the button.
All right, just push the mouse right there.
And then it's just gonna spin, or
It's
do I
gonna
have to
spin.
click
I think
it
maybe
twice?
click it twice, maybe.
Okay, ready?
Double click. There it is.
All right, and then I
Oh,
click
here
it
we
again.
go.
No, it'll
go.
just fire off. There we go. Okay, and almost Tyler Harmon.
Oh,
They're on
Bush.
They're on
Congratulations. You got the famous signed famous book here.
Yeah.
Oh, it was almost Tyler Harmon.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Tyler and Marcella were on that list and so was DJ Sakaguchi too. He was on there. So they're on Bush. All right.
They're in.
Put that on my notes.
You write it down?
Yes.
I know you got paper. Do you need a pen?
Yeah, that paper you had was kind of full.
Yeah, it looked like it was hard to see what was going on.
Oh, this one over here, the Tweaker Notes, as my wife calls them.
Yeah, it's crazy. When you go up in the booth with Maddie, he's got... Dude, you've got it all. It's like insane.
Every event
Yeah.
for 2 years with every single,
Just in case we asked you what happened in 2021.
You gotta know, man.
Chicago, Friday morning at 9:30 game.
I'm
Tell
sorry,
me what
Ryan,
happened.
I'm sorry, what happened? What do you want me to know? Hold on,
Did you call Alex?
Yeah, I did, dude.
Oh, he didn't pick up.
No, he didn't pick up. His loss. So yeah, man. Oliver, overall, just any kind of closing thoughts here? How's your body feeling? I know when I picked you up today, you said you went for a run all the way in the sand to the pier. Sorry, the roller coaster and back
I'm
from
ready.
Pacific Terrace on Diamond Street
I'm ready.
to
That's
the
quite a
roller
run.
coaster and back in the
ready.
Oh,
sand.
you went for a run today?
Oh, on the sand.
I'm not.
Then I had 3
Yeah.
lunches.
I got out of the back like Frankenstein. Out of the bed. Ugh.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you how you're feeling, because I remember you were kind
I
of...
feel great. My
a
legs
little
were sore
sore.
the first 2 days, and then Third day, superhuman body. Fix me.
That's awesome.
I'm just gonna like rub up against you and just get all your mojo and
Get all the
rub up against
mojo,
Kyle.
get some
and-
young mojo
and then,
from
like,
Kyle.
when you guys look all super good, I'm gonna come through and be like, give me that trophy.
Dude, that's how I used to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to be close to you. Hang close to
just
me
gonna
or
hang close to
Archie
you.
or Marcelo, and
Archie.
there will be a slightly out of focus picture of you, but you'll be in the picture.
Okay.
That's how I had to do it. That's why I wore the white headband. Oh, hey, that's me. That's me. There's Oliver like this, and a little blurry white headband covered in pink hits. That's me. That's me. Or you just kind of hide in the end, then you get the flag.
Then you get the flag.
That's why I
yeah.
got a lot of flags.
I know. I'm practicing my buzzer wrist
Buzzer technique.
buzzer
The wrist
technique.
technique,
Like,
yeah.
like this is what. Just need to get this good, you know.
It's looking pretty solid right now. It looks
wrist.
natural.
Look at that, boom.
Looks like a natural. Yeah, got it.
Heat, impact, heat. Just visualization. Double. Does anybody ever
Little
double hand it?
No one really ever doubles.
I'm
You
gonna
have to
people
put the
hit it
gun
with
on the
their
ground
stick
gun.
the gun.
Yeah.
No, that might be like a penalty for me. Oh, he put his gun down. He's out.
like,
I'll
he's
stick
trying to
it
hide
in
hit
here.
for sure. His back door's up to his old tricks.
What do you? So you felt like there was a little bit of a you had a nice like I wouldn't call it like incredibly emotional feeling when you first played, but what do you think it's gonna be like if you
Win.
suit up, just back in a Dynasty jersey with your name on it?
I think it's gonna feel natural,
Yeah.
but I might cry.
That's
Like
good.
that.
That's good.
I'll just be under my pro flex.
Chin
I did.
strap
I
up,
did.
or-
Gin strap up, so Ryan can correct me. I did feel like I won the Dynasty Club though this weekend. You know,
Yeah.
multiple times. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are like, "Oh, you get to pick where we ate. You played good today." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like a little kid. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, okay, let's go to pho."
Yeah.
And then the next day, I get to lead you guys in stretches.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, man, this is really happening."
It's
It's like a dream come true. I went to sleep that night. I woke up the next day and was like, "Did I dream I just played with Dynasty?" Oh, I'm in Ryan's house. Oh, we gotta go. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have just laying around an Oliver Lang jersey.
Spin it, bro.
Oh,
Spin it.
Should
Spin
we
it.
spin this?
Spin it?
Spin
Oh,
it.
you gonna spin that?
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
they made a bunch of them. I don't know what happened to them. Also, there's one. So let's
I
spin
think
it.
there might be in this bin right down here. I know, Kyle. Well, I kind of we might need to hold on to this just in case you do play, because I know JT's trying to get a jersey.
I think there's another one over
I
here
know,
somewhere.
but you have the black one. I have the blue
You
one.
mean you have to just please do? You gotta play with your jersey at your.
Spin it, baby.
Oh, do they have a?
Alex
like we
ordered
got
you
two.
jerseys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
you got
least
two
two.
blue jerseys, so we can spin it. So we'll spin one of these for the Mega
I
members.
like the black more if I can play
Mega
that one.
members. Somebody's
Yeah.
about to come up right now.
Someone's gonna come up right now.
You like the black ones more?
We're gonna spin this for the Mega members right
Spin
now.
it for the Mega members.
If you are a Mega support status member,
I'd like to have
on the
Maddie
show,
spin it since he let me spin for
Of
the
course
other
he
one.
can spin it. You know,
And get Tyler Harmon off the list.
Tyler is not a Mega
Okay.
support status member. How do you feel about Tyler?
How do I feel about Tyler? I love Tyler.
Tyler's
But
great.
I don't know. Don't talk to him anymore. He left the team and now he hates me and hates you and hates all Dynasty and hates everything Dynasty has. Doesn't even like Marcelo.
That's debatable. I think he still likes Marcelo.
I think the air has been cleared. He's much
happy.
more. Yeah, he's happy now. I think we had him on the show. We did a couple clinics. Because obviously it was awkward for a little bit. He was harboring a little bit of resentment and anger, and obviously we started winning, so that kind of built a little bit there. But I love Tyler. I think he's great.
Tyler's a great
Great
human
energy.
being.
you
Yeah, we
know,
had him a
and
few
he
weeks ago.
Yeah,
Had
he was
really
stoked.
insightful
Yeah, he
stuff
was
to say.
super stoked on it. But you got as soon as you're not with the team, you kind of gotta like be like, those guys.
Yeah.
You gotta turn.
I think we've evolved. I think we've
Everybody's
matured
evolved.
past that.
I always loved
Yeah.
you guys.
Matured
Oh,
past-
Meter!
Well, we didn't like
Look
you.
at that. Let's get Meter on the wheel, baby.
Oh, get Meter on the wheel.
I hope he gets the jersey. Let's rig it.
So this is
Fortunately, I
the
can't
explain that for maybe some people just watching how they could get on the Mega Wheel.
So all right, so we have 3 tiers
Maybe people
here.
might want to get on the Mega Wheel right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I believe
yeah.
it's right below me. And if you're watching on your cell phone, I think you need to be either on the YouTube app to subscribe, or you need to be on your computer. It doesn't work if you just went to Safari and pulled up YouTube for some
on your
reason.
phone.
Yeah, on your phone. I think you have to be on the YouTube app.
Right, and so for members, we have 3 support levels. We have the Thanks for the Supports membership, which is just your general support status, which we love. You guys get lots of access to emojis And you get your name on a wheel, the Sloan emoji. We got a bunch of Alex Frazier emojis. I believe there is a Oliver Lang emoji somewhere floating around out in the ether. And you know, you get to throw those in there, show your support, and we do appreciate you guys. We put you on the wheel.
Is the horn emoji one?
The horn is one of the emojis. We got the dreamy emoji.
And a Hormesis
a logo. Yeah, if everybody who is a member wants to start firing off some of your favorite emojis.
Yeah, because inspire me on my emojis here.
Yeah, Oliver might want to.
What's the llama one?
Hey, right.
The llama is Oliver.
Oh, the llama.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
That's the Ollie llama right there.
Oh,
So it's your head on a llama. It's very difficult to see. It's just
That's great.
there's Maddie actually, I believe, right there. There's Sloan. We got the Ollie llama, and lots of Alex Fragies, lots of Fragies. So there's an Archie. There's Chris Odom. Yep. We show our support for some of our favorite members out there and supporters out there. So, and then we have a discounted merch perk, which is just above that, where we give out discount codes, throw out little special giveaways for you guys. And then there's the Super Mega Support Status members who get extra. Yeah, dude, I mean, it just sounds cool.
Extra.
You get a signed poster. We send you guys some cool gifts every so often. Island Designs just cooked up some mouse pads that we just shipped out to a bunch of you guys. And we just throw things in like an Ollie Lang jersey every so often. We've got, there we go, Ruben just upgraded right there. And we've got Matrix Gear, gives us a couple $100 to give away every show. So we're going to give away 2 $100 gift cards to Mega Support Status members, courtesy of Matrix Gear. I've got a Hormesis band actually up here in a couple of goggle straps. We've got the Chosen People headband. You know, we're going to show our support right there. I'm going to sign this one, and we're going to give this away. And I've got two straps, so we're going to give all this stuff away today.
Boom.
That's a Hormesis strap.
This is I kept telling you. I said, hey,
You
when you were
Yeah.
I have to get Morgan one of these
for sure. Let's get one. Yeah, I told you this weekend when you had your strap situation, you were trying to. I was like, why don't you get a Hormesis one? And you go, I don't know if we make those yet, dude. And I go, no, I've got one. If you want it, and you're like, I'm good.
I'm figuring this thing out, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening.
You're doing great.
There's a lot going on, man.
You were doing all right. Yeah, you certainly were doing all right, my friend.
All right,
doing
let's
all
spin
right.
it, Maddie. Get him
So,
that jersey.
let's fire it off right
It's gonna
now.
be exciting. Giving away an Oliver Lang jersey here.
Do you want it signed?
First,
you want it blank?
first available Oliver
This
Lang
might be
jersey.
the first Oliver Lang jersey I'm going to sign in 7 years.
Okay. All right. Well, you hold on to this, Maddie. Why don't you?
Do it.
Let's go display capture. This is our Super Mega Support Status members. Go ahead and wheel it over to here. You're going to just click once right there on that wheel.
Oh, and we're off.
All right, and we're off.
Somebody about to
This
win
is
an
for
Oliver Lang
a
jersey.
signed Oliver Lang jersey.
Tyler Harmon.
And Hairgone the Great.
The Great.
The great. It's great.
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna spin it just really quickly. I'm gonna give someone else a signed Gen X pod full of Dynasty paint.
Look at
There
that.
you go.
Still in my pack from this weekend.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Derek.
Mr. Derek Weig. Yeah, baby.
He
He wins all the time, huh?
but he also donates the most to the show too.
Yeah,
So that's how
yeah.
karma works, I guess.
Yeah,
So interesting.
apparently.
Yeah. $100 courtesy of Matrix Gear. We just sent Derek a bunch of pods and
Yeah,
stuff like
we
that.
did.
Mr. Segovia.
But and every time we've done like donations, whatever, Derek graciously
No, he's
always
got the mojo.
puts, like gives us $200.
That's
Or-
awesome.
Yeah,
so
Derek's.
Gotta love the patrons, man.
Yeah,
None of this happens without the patrons.
That's right. And thank you guys.
What about the straps?
Oh no, look. I'm gonna go over to the other wheel.
Yeah, they have a whole.
Oh,
other
we've
wheel.
got-
I can't
we've
remember
got-
what the other wheel. It's the
we've
Hyper
got-
Mega Reel.
Yeah, no, we've got this is the Super Mega Support Status. wheel.
Okay.
The let me put Blake Colby on the Super Mega wheel here. Oh. He
But
just
if
upgraded.
you're on Super Mega Support, you're also on the big wheel too.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are. Yes, you are. Yes,
Oh,
you are.
Super Mega supports not the big wheel.
No, that
That's
that
the
wheel.
one- that's
the
a more
Hyper
exclusive.
Uber.
This is the
Epic?
Uber Epic wheel
Epic
that we were just
Super
spinning,
Duper
and now
support?
we've got another wheel here.
Where do you see you can't even read the names on
No, I
this
remember
other
last time I came on, you guys spun because like it was 100 shows. You gave away like shit ton of stuff.
Yeah,
we gave away,
We
So
were
like,
this
two
spinning.
guns.
So, yeah, we were spinning.
This is the
dude-
dopeness right here.
The dude that
Oops.
won your gun lives down the street from me.
I know. So I'm gonna give away a Hormesis strap right here.
Patrick, actually, I need to
It
get you a jersey
didn't even
too.
go full circle.
Oh, it circled around a couple times. Brian D.
So what did Brian D. Narcisse just win?
He won a Hormesis strap.
How do you know
Oliver,
their
do you want?
address?
Do you want? Oh yeah. So if you guys win, I need to make sure you have your address. Here, Oliver, you want to hit a little? Just can you spin this one?
Which you can send to the Spick and Span Show Instagram. So we have it all nice and tidy.
We're gonna
over
do
there.
a signed Gen X pod for this one as well, full of paint to Brian Henry. All right, hit it one more time. Hit it again. Let's go. Oh, nope, you're saving the image. There we go. Save, copy. This will be for another strap. I got 2 straps here. Benjamin Nelson. Kyle, you want to hit it once?
Don't stop.
Yep.
No, we got a couple. We got a couple. Close that.
This reminds me of that roulette moment from Davey's bachelor party, Oliver.
Reminds you of taking some psychedelics.
What's this one like blue?
Remember when you put the $1,000
There's like one
on
blue.
black for Davey's
I
bachelor
don't know,
party?
just-
Oh yeah, how'd that work out?
You won, and then you tried to give him
Mike
$1,000,
Sasker?
and he was like, "Fuck you, you keep it. You were the one that missed it."
Alright.
And then you like spent the money on
Oh.
all of our fun times that night. It was great.
We
it was
need
great.
more of those. Nice.
I know.
Yeah,
It was
last
glorious.
time we were in here, Oliver gave away a bunch of. Was like, oh, why don't we give this away? How about this jersey that you very first JT jersey sponsored ever? Yeah, you gotta get rid of this crap.
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of this crap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
you should
said
probably just sell that one, put it in Sloan's college fund. To be honest.
You should start a book club with the Spick and Span show, The Way of the Superior Man. That's a good book.
Thank you. Yeah.
Have you read it?
I gave that to him
Yeah,
for
he
Christmas.
did. I was reading it. It's a tough.
you read that?
I'm getting
Which
through
You
it.
told me to read that. I read it. Then
Which one?
I
The Way
got
of the
one for him.
Superior Man.
Did not.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
Is it new?
No, I don't think so.
It's not new.
It's a really good book.
It's from the
David Dana.
1300s.
Is it from real?
It's pretty much the modern day men's.
I was like, really?
It's
Ever heard about
a
this?
guide to modern day masculinity. It's
Oh,
really good.
It's an interesting. It's a good read. I haven't finished it. All right. Well,
It was like 3
well,
Christmases
killer.
ago.
Yeah, I'm still
Is that it?
working on it.
you
I've
sign
got
this
2
one?
$100 gift cards. That I'm just gonna spin. Or sorry, one more $100 gift card in this Chosen People band right here that we're gonna give away. Yeah, you want to sign that? Where's that pen? Where's that pen? Oh,
Benjamin Nelson again?
Right here.
yeah.
Benjamin Nelson won 2.
Wow,
Dude, wow,
Benjamin
yeah.
Nelson. What are the chances? Take it to Vegas, dude. Let's go.
Benjamin Nelson. And right. Oh yeah, so we have it up right here. And then yeah, we're gonna give this one away. I also have these Crocs from Yantosh. We need to give these things away. Do you want Crocs?
No.
Neither one of you guys? Want to slip your feet in there?
I mean,
What do you do with these?
I promise I would never wear Crocs.
Do you go crocodile hunting in these?
They're just too big for me.
They're
and
just kind of.
they're seafoam green. They're your favorite color.
These are. This is Eric Roberts. Send them to Eric Roberts.
Okay, we're gonna
They
give.
are
We're gonna
good,
give.
like, hiking
Someone's
shoes.
gonna get these Crocs right now. These are courtesy
across the river
of,
and then throw them on your back
of
and then
Mr.
they'll dry,
Yantosh.
and they're super light. And they're also,
Here.
and then you get to where you're going and you can wear them around camp a little bit, and they'll like let your feet breathe.
Really?
That's like the only reason I would ever
What
wear
do you
Crocs.
do with these? Do you want them? They're 10.5s. 11s.
Really?
Try them out. Kick a foot off. Come on, Maddie.
Maddie said, I told myself I'd never wear Crocs. And nice.
And then he explained about how useful
Well,
they are.
they
Let's
are-
slip it on. Let's see
if-
it. Let's
yeah,
slip it
I
on.
mean-
Slip it
But
on.
you
slip
should
it on.
have those in the back there, so when you come out in the back, you have
Give me
shoes
the
to
other
wear.
You want to put both of them on the same
No, I
time?
want the other one. I took my left foot off one, so.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
that's there.
I wasn't sure if you wanted the full experience.
No, I
Those look cozy.
they do. Like, they serve. They're a means to an end. I just
Like-
promised I'd never be caught dead in Crocs.
Those might be nice just to never, like, just for
Just
your
keep it at the
house,
house.
only. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they fit pretty good. Yeah, I'll take them.
Hey, you guys didn't
They're
see
good for gardening.
Hey,
Alright.
no one saw any of this and never
Yeah.
tell anyone
Yeah.
about it.
Don't ever talk about it.
We're gonna have problems.
They're good for gardening.
You know what?
Yeah.
Since we did a drop, I'll give away a Tiger Wear headband, too.
Oh,
Let's go!
Tiger wearing the mix too.
Spin the wheel.
Okay,
Which one are you gonna give away?
let's
I think
do
I'm
it.
going
You got
to
some
let
cool
it be a
ones.
surprise.
Okay, all right.
Okay, surprise
Mystery
band.
pack.
Surprise band. The win is spinning right here. We're going for all members. Anybody who's a member gets a rip right here.
What do we got?
We've got
No way! Alex
Oh, wow.
Frazee on the giant wheel? Get the fuck out of here! Are you serious?
Maybe let's spin
What are
it
the
again.
Chances?
that is
What are
awesome.
the chances? You have to give him something. You gotta
He
send him
didn't
something.
answer the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, if we call you on the Spick and Span
Yeah.
show.
That is
Plus, we don't have
crazy.
your address.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have Alex's address. He actually refuses to give me his real address.
Oh, that's right. I just sent him some
Bobby
books.
Corpse, runner-up.
Bobby
Damn, that is crazy. Nick
That is
Slobiak
crazy.
actually won. We gave him a Hormesis
A custom
headband.
one, yeah.
A custom one, which actually we meant to do another charity drive because I have this one to give away, but we'll probably run that next week. I forgot to add that to the show notes today, but we do still have this one that we're going to give away for charity here soon. But we're running a little low on that.
Who makes that one? Hype.
Nobody out there tell Alex that he won.
Yeah,
by the
don't
way.
tell Alex. You know he's not gonna.
Our
he's not
big-
gonna.
our
This is
big,
actually Rick
500
Lombardi.
viewer secret.
So that
We're in the
together.
circle of trust right now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
All
the trust tree.
412 of you in here right now.
Yeah, that custom headband that Nick got was really cool. That was the one I showed you.
Yeah,
earlier
that's cool.
today. Well, killer, man. This was and Brandon Bemraps won a band just the other week. He did a nice little unboxing that he did.
Wow.
So
What is that? Do you have any rumors, Maddie? That's a yes.
Just trying to think.
it doesn't even need to be true. Just
It
fire
could
it
be
off.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like some companies buying companies? I
The
feel
issue,
like?
I don't know. The thing with Cup is that a lot of it's, I don't know. I specialize in who's playing on what teams and how all that sort of stuff happening. So a lot of it is going to get crazy after Cup. Right now, there really hasn't been that much as far as like what's going on before Cup because no one's really changing teams. Oliver coming back was, obviously that was like the biggest news.
You left your team in Bali to come back.
Yeah, I
Were
can't
they
believe-
upset?
Yeah,
They're pissed.
no, they should be.
I'll show you a picture of what they look like.
Not that much.
No,
dude, to
not
be
that much.
honest. I mean, yeah, there's like a bunch of loaders coming out apparently at World Cup, but gear's not my special. I love paintball gear.
That's
It's
my
not like
team.
Oh wow, scary.
a bunch of beasts, dude. Look at those.
I thought I
savages.
heard something. I don't know how true it was about like Planet Eclipse getting bought out by someone.
I heard that. I did hear that rumor, but I didn't hear anything convert that Planet Eclipse was getting bought. It was a rumor going around.
Yeah, I think it was a rumor.
But I don't know if that's actually a real thing. Like I really don't. So, I mean, I could just email Leds, but I haven't done that. So.
Nah, it's way more fun to gossip beforehand. But we are coming into
Well, I
everybody's
asked the people
favorite.
that would really know.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
rumor season.
Rumor
Wait, did
season.
Oliver you give some insight on this painting?
What do you want to know about it?
Just anything. Give us.
Oh,
anything,
I do.
everything.
Oh no, one thing was the centerpiece part of it, or was that added? Like,
This was commissioned. The whole thing was commissioned.
oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is commissioned by
What
this
percent
artist.
commission?
Well, I mean, I asked him to. I created the whole thing. I said, "This is how I want it," and then he painted it. So like, I designed it.
Were you nice enough to? Is this something like a permanent installation for their show here?
This is Ryan's gift for being so amazing and
Oh,
becoming
that's
a
awesome.
sponsored player by Hormesis.
That's amazing.
And it's got obviously the Dynasty Dragons. It's got the Hormesis logo, and then it's got all the Balinese. This is all Balinese offerings here. So this is all the incense and all the fruits and all the chanangs and the holy coconut, and I mean it's a wild painting, but
It really is. I don't
it's
know if
a-
this can actually get picked up how intricate it is
it's a powerful
in
painting.
that wide shot, but it's
And
pretty
then
amazing.
The hummingbirds, then the yin yang, and then this is the Balinese power symbol, which is also the Star of David, but it's a universal symbol. You can look at it however you want to look at it. And then the lotus is it's a power. And this is all fire.
I really like the hands because I didn't notice it till like the third time I looked at it.
Up in the
Oh, the
corners
hand-
there.
the
Yeah.
hands
The
in each
hands in the
corner, yeah.
corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of makes like the frame. It kind of frames it a little bit.
Yeah.
What do the?
It's a very powerful painting.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, man. And what
You
are
have
the,
one, Alex has one, and I have one.
What do the hummingbirds represent?
The hummingbirds are the messengers of the gods. So it's like in all the lore, the hummingbirds are the
Can
ones
you
who sing.
actually, just because you did, and I know this is a interesting one, but can you, not interesting, but can you explain the Star of David?
Well, it's essentially just two triangles, and which is masculine and
is.
feminine. So in the two different directions, and also
Because you guys just dropped this headband, or it's out there.
I mean, like, I'm into symbols, not based on what modern day understanding is on it, because like if you look at certain things in the modern day context, it's either religious or it's bad, And I think symbols are something that speak to us because they've come to me in different times of my life and helped me. Like weird things, like even the flower of life, like I woke up because the flower of life, I started seeing it everywhere. So anyways, these symbols they're just universal. They're old, and whether you want to call it the Star of David or if you want to call it the, obviously the Balinese use it also, so it's just, it's a beautiful symbol that means a lot, and, you can look into it. It's beyond what you think it is usually.
I also like the fact that hummingbirds are in there too, because the hummingbird's existence is a fucking miracle. Its heart beats at insane. I can't remember how many seconds or how many times their heart beats in a second, and then the fact that they can essentially, act like a helicopter almost. It's just that you look into the physiology and how it's tiny and small, but how spectacular.
And the heart's the biggest thing in it.
It's unbelievable. They're a miracle.
I mean,
the
that
hummingbird's existence is a
that thing's
miracle.
like 50% heart.
It's crazy.
So that's also a cool.
And they're just
cool
going
idea.
so fast. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's really cool.
How much was it to ship that here overnight? Because it got
lot.
here very quick.
A lot.
Yeah, you said I'm shipping you something. I was like, okay, so I figured it would be here in like a couple
I
weeks.
sent Archie a painting too. He's got a painting.
I was very impressed that it came like this, wrapped with some bubble wrap, and then my was this jacket in there? No, some other suit, my Seagal suit. That was rad. I was really excited. I did not expect that at all. Sloan loves it.
It's a beautiful painting. I hope it sticks
Thank
around
you.
for a while.
It will be here. I still have your original.
Yeah, we
in my
have it.
house.
That was
You don't like it?
You gave that one to me.
a.
I like that one.
Let's just experiment.
Just a trial.
So should I throw it away or?
Toss it.
Okay.
Raffle it off. Spin the wheel.
Yeah, right. All right. Well,
Is that it?
that's
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
think. Do you guys have any closing? Anything else?
Looking forward to see all you guys in World Cup. Whoever's going to be there, and I think that this is like a big part of this is connecting with the people in the Homesis community that are, in a way, have rubbed the genie out of the lantern to come back, and I super am grateful for. I'm grateful for you guys to do the show, and I'm grateful that you take your time to come and share your wisdom on it, and I'm stoked that 400 people are tuning in and checking it out, and
Donating and helping
care.
support and
care.
keep the content rolling.
Care.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, next week's show will be live from Orlando on Wednesday. Okay, so everybody tune in on Wednesday. We will have our first practice. We will be at our hotel. We'd like to do it on site, but I don't know if the Wi-Fi will work well enough, nor will we be at the field at 7 p.m. But we will be doing a live show from our hotel, so we'll have some special guests there as well.
Yeah, who do you guys want from the team?
Yeah, anybody you want from the team, we can get them in there.
Definitely
maybe
get
get Yosh. Alex will for sure be there. We'll figure out if you have a bet or not. We'll talk about how you enjoy the new random room draw. And yeah, man, I'm really excited for World Cup, and we're just gonna leave everybody right here on this display capture. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see if this will work. Just to make sure, we'll hit the refresh button here, and oh, there he is. Look at that.
There he is.
There we go. D1.
You sandbagger.
You sandbagger. So there he is on the Dynasty roster for World Cup.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Official.
special and
It could be
official.
like it's like a younger player getting first shot
A
on the pro team.
A D1
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, we picked up a D1 player.
Yeah.
That should have been the title of the show. Yeah, Manny?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Again, obviously, thanks for everyone tuning in. World Cup going down. Watch it on Go Sports. We are looking for some. We're working on. We're gonna try to be doing some other things next year too. More content. We need some editors. So if you're out there and you edit video and you're interested in working for Go Sports, hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
So just wanted to send that out to the community too. So or if you know someone that might be interested, please hit me up.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm.
Push that content, have fun, support each other, and we thank you guys all for tuning in, and we will see you on Wednesday live from Orlando. All right?
Boom.
What we did was
The hummingbird's heart.
Spick Span Show.
the heart is the biggest thing part of the hummingbird.
Good job, guys.